I mean, there's got to be a machine that makes cocaine into a pill, right? Like it looks like it's aspirin.
I assume.
I mean, why that's not happening, I don't understand.
I haven't even heard about that on the market though.
And get it on the plane?
Well, yeah, usually instead of a can of it's a thing of aspirin. Because I mean, in Goodfellas, when he's over at fucking what's her name's house and they're pressing down the 8 balls.
Yeah.
They could do that with just with a pill size.
Hey, I'm on your side.
If anybody out there is looking for an idea, run with it.
I think pilling cocaine so airplane people can get better access. You're doing the Lord's work there. I think you're doing the Lord's work.
Are there edibles in pill form? Like you can just take a pill like it's an edible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a wild time.
They're not gonna. There's no stopping us anymore, dude. We're gonna be lit. We're gonna be on your planes, and you're just gonna have to fucking deal with it.
It's gonna be low key.
You
won't even know that we're taking anything. We are gone in about 5 minutes, though. You don't even know.
Not bringing in bulk. Okay, this is a personal use situation.
That little TSA pre-check thing ain't gonna find it.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers think we got Advil PM coming through? No. That's. You got to hear this story about my plane ride home from Chicago. I told it earlier today. You're going to love this. Obviously, as you're getting on the plane Southwest, the flight attendant goes, there are 40 open seats. So go ahead and spread yourself out. So I started looking around. There's 26 rows, though. So 40 open seats is not that many open seats. If you start doing the math, it was 2 sets of 3. Mm-hmm. So that's not even an open seat in each one. So like the flight attendant was telling people like, get comfortable, no, because we were one of the last people on the plane. So now we have to deal with people completely spread out on their seats because this flight attendant has been telling people this entire time. So we find in the back of the plane, there's this old lady. She's got 4 diamond rings on. She's got 2 pairs of glasses. 1 sunglasses on her head, 1 glasses on her face. She has like fur on her shoes.
Styling and profiling.
Oh, this lady was living. She was a female Ric Flair. Stunt female Ric Flair. So she had the only 2 seats that were open, like middle and window. And we're like, can we get in there? And she's like, of course. She like stands up and Sam's like, okay, here we go. So Sam's sitting middle. I sit on the window. And all of a sudden, I start feeling just this kicking in the back of my seat. I did not know they continued to let these things on planes. Child right behind me, okay? So there's 2 children right behind us. I didn't even get a chance to see it. The last row was 2 children, and then their mom, obviously. Mom, not big on discipline. Not big on discipline. These kids were screaming, no big deal. Mom was like, as long as they're happy, which I don't have a kid, so if that's the case, you got to do what you got to do. I'm getting punished, but I'm sweating. So I'm dripping sweat sitting there, getting my seat kicked, right? Mm-hmm. And then Sam goes, she like starts sniffing something. She's like, oh my God. I was like, what? She's like, this lady reeks of booze right here. This sweet old lady just reeks of booze. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. So I look over. I'm like, how you doing? She's like, good. I'm like, oh, okay. Nice. Okay. So this lady, we take off, whatever. I'm still just getting pounded in the back by this little fucking demon child. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm not going to say anything. We showed up late, whatever. It's our fault probably that your kid's terrible. Yeah. So we get up into the air and it's a 27-minute flight.
Love that.
It's a 27-minute flight, right? So they do 1 round of like, what do you want to drink? Like, because I feel like they feel obligated. Everybody's doing water, water, water. Old lady at the end goes, I like 2 shots of vodka on the rocks.
Let's go, lady.
It's a 27-minute flight.
Love her.
At 9:30 at night. This is a 27-minute flight at 9:30 at night.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. She orders 2 shots of vodka on the rocks. And the flight attendant was like, do you want lime or something in there? Like any taste? And she was like, I guess. So they put lime. She just wanted straight 2 shots, right? So they come back and Sam's like, I knew this lady been going. So as they're going, this lady picks up her purse. And it's a pharmacy in there. So it's like pills just everywhere. Nice. So this old lady digs down to the bottom. She takes 4 different pill bottles, puts it in there, like 4 different pills, like a little concoction, takes it down. She chugs that down with the vodka that had just got there with a little bit of lime. And I'm like, what if this lady dies over here, right? What if this lady dies? So as soon as she gets it, because we're in the back, so we were late in the delivery process, the flight goes, we are initializing our descent into Indianapolis. They are going to go around. And the lady goes, well, and she chugs it. She chugs the 2 shots. So she had this cup for less than 4 minutes, probably. She took 4 pills and 2 shots of vodka in 4 minutes at 32,000 feet. I've never seen somebody party this hard, right? So she takes it down. The trash goes in there. All of a sudden, she has the pillow thing around her neck, obviously. She passes out on the spot immediately. Bang, out. She's just out. So we land, startled wake up. All of a sudden, startled wake up call. Where are we, she says. Where are we, she says. Little kid in the back is like, are we home? And I'm like, we're at this kid's home. We're in Indianapolis, Indiana. And she goes, oh my God, I think I'm supposed to be in Minneapolis. And her husband is on the other side. And he goes, don't listen to her. We live here, right? So me and Sam are just having like this magical moment, right? This is incredible for me, right? So now everybody stands up. We're in the back of the plane, though. Like, I'm no amateur. Like, we're not getting out for 15 minutes. So, old lady stands up, hammered. She starts wobbling around. And the little kid behind us is like, are we going to get out of here? Like, loud, still talking loud from this whole flight. And the old lady turns around and goes, hopefully you don't get out of here ever. And I'm like, this lady is awesome. I'm like, lady, you are awesome. And the husband's like, again, he's like, sorry. It's like, so sorry. You know, like, we're having a good time. So then she gets a phone call from one of her family members that I guess she had just visited. And you can hear it's very loud. The phone is very loud. So I can hear, everybody can hear this conversation. And the kid was like, I don't know, I think it was her son, I don't know, maybe son-in-law. They're like, were you okay this day? You seem different, you know? And, yeah, I'm okay. What are you talking about? And you just seemed out of it the entire time. You're out of it. And I'm about to be out of this plane and out of this conversation. And hangs up, right? And then the husband's like, who did you just hang up? Mike. Mike was being rude to me. So he grabs the phone, calls Mike back, says, mom's in pain, blah, blah, blah. Let's keep it moving. She stumbles out. On the way out, the pilot's meeting her at the end, right? And she goes, great flight, man. And walks out. I'm like, I hope I am this lady at one point. Then we get out, we get the car, hit a pothole, drive home on a room. That was the entire night last night. It was quite a spectacle. Quite a spectacle. So that was my Tuesday.
That was good.
It is April 12th, 2018. Welcome to the Pat McAfee Show. It's a Thirsty Thursday. We hope you're having a great one. In the studio at Tactical Digs, at Nick Moroto, at Sean Latham, at Ty Schmidt, and at Evan Foxy. Foxy, how's it going out there?
All is well tonight. Well, shoot, yesterday the NBA playoffs actually started. People forget there's a playing game tonight.
NHL playoffs.
You're right. People forget because the NHL playoffs,
NHL
are, going
playoffs
on, buddy.
are happening.
Ooh,
That's what you mean.
I meant the playing game for the NBA playoffs between the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves to decide the 8th seed in the Western Conference.
Ain't nobody give a single
I do. That's why I brought it up.
No, Foxy. Nobody. Who won it?
I'm going to go with the Nuggets.
I'm wearing a Timberwolves shirt. I don't give a fuck.
I'm going.
But that is a clean Timberwolves quarter zip, cuz.
Hey, I'm pulling hard for the Timberwolves because of how nice they were for us.
Same.
Yeah.
They're very nice. They give us a suite right there next to Little John.
Super
Right
Bowl
next to
weekend,
Little
like,
John.
just here. Here's a sweet.
Here you go. Bill
Here's a
Belichick
suite.
was there. That was like a couple weeks after he chewed out Gronk, I think.
AB and those Gucci shoes.
Oh, and the Gucci shoes. Oh.
You got Gucci shoes?
Good. Yeah, I do. I do have a pair of Gucci shoes.
Ferragamos.
I got some Ferragamos.
What are those red ones? I love those.
Those are Ferragamos, and the other ones are Gucci. So they're red.
Do you always have to say it like Pagano when you hear the shoes?
Ferragamo.
What the fuck?
You know I'm going to be looking good. Got my Ferragamo, couple $1,000 shoot. You know I'm going to be looking good. Got to watch. Don't be underdressed. You underperform, and you'll get overfined. Gucci, Louis,
I wonder
Fendi,
if he saw you
Prada.
in a suit.
What, at the WWE
Yeah.
thing?
I wonder what he thought about that.
I wonder if he was like, this motherfucker.
Wouldn't dress up for me.
I created a clothing line strictly to get around his rules and regs. A T-shirt that had a collar on it and 5 buttons at least at the bottom. It was a Henley, and it had a different color for the bottom of the sleeve too, because everything, there was rules. Like he broke down all these rules, and I created a T-shirt for his traveling rules. And there's no way he thought that was ever going to happen, ever, no, ever. And then I wonder why I was hated. I wonder why.
And that was what you wore every single week?
Everyone, yeah, it was a black shirt. It was see-through. Now, granted, when we played Dallas, I dressed up like a full cowboy. I had like a rider jacket on, the whole thing. Yeah, I just don't like. I mean, granted, I felt pretty good in that suit. I mean, I felt pretty professional, but I don't know how people do it. I was sweating a lot. I mean, it was uncomfortable around the neck. But the pants are pretty comfortable, though. You know, it's like you sweats almost. They're like
The
sweats.
Sunday suit, the WrestleMania suit was classic look, but I thought it was the best look.
The black.
I really like that one the best.
The black with the white
It
shirt.
was clean.
Yeah.
It was my only other option, to be honest with you. It was all I had left. So I'm happy that it worked out for sure. But I like the black with the silver. I enjoyed the black with the silver on the show. I
did
enjoyed
too.
that a lot.
The
And now,
floral tie.
yeah, June 16th, I'm doing the pre-show for the NXT TakeOver in Chicago the night before Money in the Bank happens. And I'm going to go straight through Indochino and get some real custom shit. Your boy's going to be styling and profiling.
As somebody who used to wear suits, it is like if I were to put one on today, I'd be uncomfortable as fuck. But it's like something that you like just get used to. Like you don't even think about it.
I still don't know how to tie. Like
It's
the guy,
so easy. You go like this.
Loop, swoop, and pull.
Well, Nick did it, and it did seem as if Nick did it very quickly. It was
It's
like
super easy.
it was a very quick rap, bang, bang. We're in and out. Guy named Ernest did mine for WrestleMania. I appreciate that guy.
Or just learns how to tie a tie.
Good name.
Ernest is a good name, and that is a good series of movies. Have you ever seen them, Sean?
Oh fuck yeah.
Ernest
was. I went to the movies and saw Ernest. Shit, it was a big deal.
What was the dog that was learning how to play sports? What was that?
Airbud?
Airbud. There's another great movie. Didn't Ernest have a dog?
Ernest gets a dog? I don't remember that one.
I don't remember Ernest getting a
I
dog.
thought there was a dog with Ernest at one point. Are we
Maybe.
I thought there was a golden retriever.
We got an impression of him. I can't remember it right now.
Ernest?
Ty, do you do an Ernest?
Not really. Maybe if I smoke 40 packs of cigarettes a day for the next 3 months.
There's wildness happening in the world today. Wildness. Tristan Thompson's doing this on purpose. This has to be a Kris Jenner mastermind plot for something. I have no idea what it is. This Tristan Thompson stuff is insane. There's no way that he's doing this. This has to be on purpose. You can't be a 7-footer and think you're just going to snoop around. That ain't going to work.
Do you think that he could put a
He had the hood up, though.
Do you think he could have possibly been blacked out and even doesn't know what happened?
No chance.
What do you mean no chance?
Playoffs are Saturday. There's no chance.
your boy here.
No,
It's Wednesday.
I'm on his theory, though.
I think it's all Kris Jenner's mastermind.
100%. They are a mastermind family.
I do believe that this is all on
Hold on,
purpose.
hold on a second. I want to get back to
Oh, this is all
Evan's point.
stunt.
I think so.
It's all
You
stuff.
think LeBron's going to put up with this distraction
That's
going
part
on?
of the stunt. Now LeBron's going to do some like players meeting, locker room shit.
To talk about the Kardashians.
And it's going to be all over ESPN, all over every single show.
Kris Jenner is the
Undisputed.
Vince McMahon of reality TV.
Yeah.
She is the mastermind of this whole thing. She flipped her little daughter sucking a Ray J penis into this $70 million a year empire, which is on in Ireland now. Year 7, they're just hitting stride in Ireland. They're just about to take off in Europe. They're never stopping.
So wild.
This seems like a stunt.
She got her other daughter, the hot one, to drop that deadbeat Tyga and get with Travis Scott, the hottest thing in the streets.
Get knocked up by him.
Yeah.
What, a month later? And now they're just procreating.
And he's a producer, right?
Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, he does it all.
Yeah, so that guy doesn't have to be having any
So they
hits to
come
be
out
bringing
their
in them checks.
Baby line.
He's in behind the scenes also, not just front of scenes.
That one girl was really putting him on Front Street, though. I saw some text that she said was from him, a porn that he shot on her camera.
Okay.
There's no way. It was just a screenshot. It wasn't a Coley mixtape Coley mixtape. You get it. Guy Barstow, funny guy. He loves cereal, too. He's been on our show talking about cereal. He had a screenshot of everything that was happening that was like, Tristan is about that. It was a magic situation. I think it's all fake. Seems to be fake to me. I'm not sure. Zuckerman testified in front of Congress. Did you see that lady? She called him Mr. Zuckerman. No. That really happened. Those congressmen, this is a shining spotlight on how out of touch and how stupid our Congress are. The people that we elect into power are absolute idiots. Them trying to talk to Zuckerberg about technology was one of my favorite moments, I think, of the year so far.
I need to play this clip for you when I find it.
He was amazing because you watch The Social Network and you've seen him in this type of legal procedures before where he's wearing his little flip-floppies and sweatpants and he's just a complete smartass to all these people because he is the smartest guy in the room. This same thing is happening with Congress now where you could see in his head he is attempting to not be a dick at the turn of every single question. Like, how are you in power? Basically is what he wants to lead off with everything. And just, it was 6 hours or 7 hours yesterday. He got back in it again for another day. It's magic. What happened?
This was my favorite part by far.
If so, how do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service?
Senator, we run ads.
He literally took 3 seconds to be like, Was that a real fucking question?
Every single question was like that, though.
Does not compute.
There was
Does
one
not
senator
compute.
who was like,
He looks like an alien.
Mr. Zuckerberg, my 13-year-old uses Instagram. He just wanted me to tell you that. The other guy was like, Mr. Zuckerberg, I just got a message from my family because it's National Siblings Day. Thank you. I was so fucking.
The one guy was like, when I text, are you guys recording that? And he was like, we're not touching anybody else's apps.
It's not a good look.
It was a text. You meant messaging. I bet you Zuckerberg was like, you mean Facebook Messenger? Yeah, if they don't delete it, it's on their profile too. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how. You fucking idiots. How are you guys running this country? I don't know how if he would have won up at the end of that thing, like for a final thought, and just roasted every single one of them. You're talking about the most viral video in the history of viral videos. If he would have just sat there and been like, today I've tried to be nice to all of you dumbasses. Has our app and our technology been taken advantage of by people who are evil geniuses? Yes. Are we trying to fix that? Absolutely yes. We did not have this intention. But today, listening to you dumbasses question me about my company and about the world that is today, social media, you all have sounded like the biggest fucking idiots on earth. And this is who people voted into power. And this is an embarrassment, not only to you guys, but to our country in general. And I think we should think about changing all of you out of power just because of the embarrassment that is today. They streamed that entire thing live. So like I got on a plane to Chicago, I was watching it. I got off a plane into Chicago, I was watching it. You could watch the entire thing. And every single one, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, another dumbass question comes from the next one who he has no clue. Some staffer wrote the question out for him. He's just trying to read it and understand it. He's like, I remembered when we used to poke. Did anybody get bruised by these pokes?
Are you kidding? They're turning into a fucking...
No. I'm just saying. It seemed like that.
It could have been that
It
question.
could have been. That's why.
It really seemed like that. Zuckerberg did not lose in this other than the fact he looked like an alien.
He is an alien.
The Congress lost. Congress lost.
I could be off base here, but I believe a lot of these people get put on these committees to just make a name for themselves, and they don't actually have any interest or care about the topics that are being discussed or the actual outcomes.
Politicians don't give a damn about anything. They don't care about anything.
They consider it like a favor from other people. They're like, oh yeah, we'll put you on this committee, and they're like, oh sure, okay, I'll do it.
Oh,
And
I'm interviewing Mr. Zuckerman. Oh, awesome! I had MySpace as well. That was a lot of fun back in the day. That's what these fucking idiots seem like. I am so embarrassed.
Today they were asking why there isn't enough diversity at Facebook. Like that's not why he's on trial.
Like, what are you talking about? Why are you bringing that up?
Why? Like,
They should be saying... You know what the problem is? That they're so fucking
Every
old.
time I look in there, it's no white people. It's all Asian people, right? Every time there's a picture released from Facebook, there's like it's literally all Asian people. I fucking hate them
because they're good at calculations.
They have no idea what's been
not
stolen.
the Asians.
They have no idea. The
you don't hate the
compromise.
Asians.
No. It's the Congress. I hate the Congress. It was literally a shining moment of hatred for why everybody hates government yesterday, talking to Zuckerman.
Because they actually don't have... There's no physical thing that's been stolen in their eyes. They're like, well, they don't understand the data, what the fuck's going on with the numbers. They're just... Those questions are just
hilarious.
I can't even believe it.
It's only a matter of time before some comedian just takes a transcript and just reads them.
Yeah.
Just reads them. Just read them. I bet you Fallon does it at some point. Fallon will be like, Zuckerberg's testimony. We're going to read some of the real questions that were asked and the give and take. If it's not a paid subscription, sir, how do you make money? We run ads. You fucking idiot.
Why didn't billions of dollars?
Why didn't Zuckerberg follow that? Why didn't Zuckerberg follow that with you fucking idiot? Is that contempt, I assume?
I would have seen Zuckerberg like this.
Because he's not under oath. So I don't know if contempt comes into
He's
play.
definitely under oath.
He's
Who the fuck is this
testifying.
guy?
Yeah, he's definitely under oath.
I saw a headline yesterday that he's not under oath.
So he can lie the whole thing?
I saw it yesterday. I could be fucking wrong.
Was it The Onion? I assume that you're under oath anytime you get
Let
in.
me look
there.
again.
Just Google that one. Right?
I assume that too.
What's that?
You have to just be under oath in the courtroom or whatever the fuck you're in.
I assume when you're talking to Congress, you have to be under oath. Because Mark McGuire had to be, Barry Bonds had to be, all those people.
That's how they fuck you with perjury.
Yeah, absolutely. Because anytime you lie to Congress, it's like a big old deal, you know? So you have to be under oath in there. Have to be. How
do you make money?
This is from CNN. Zuckerberg is not under oath.
So he can say whatever he wants up there then.
No.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw this headline. It said, no, Zuckerberg can't lie to Congress just because he's not under oath.
That's what the headline said?
Yeah, let me dig here. It's a crime.
Zuckerberg will not be under oath before Senate committee, but compelled by statute to tell the truth. I don't know what that means. I'm not a lawyer.
A witness who is not under oath cannot face perjury charges, but they could face charges pertaining to making false statements on a broader statute that is not specific to lying under oath. So it's not perjury, but it's a lesser form of perjury.
So what's going to happen here? Like some other nerd is going to have to listen to that whole thing back and be like, well, he lied about this instead. Because none of them Congress have any idea if he lies. He could have literally told them right there that a unicorn runs in and sets the thing. And one of them Congress people would be like, I knew it. I
don't remember legislation over unicorns being passed.
And then they kept saying, we're going to have to save that for on the record because I only have 2 minutes left. So I think he has to answer a slew of questions later too that are off, like whenever he's not on TV and stuff like that. It's a wild world we're living in.
But I guess that's why his answers have been like so short and direct. It's because the more he says, the more he's liable for, obviously. So
he was very quick, and I was expecting social media Zuckerberg to show up, like smart ass Zuckerberg, because he has that power. He could do that. He could technically do whatever he wants. I mean, he's got to be one of the wealthiest dudes on earth at this point. Got to be. Jeff Bezos takes over the world, but Zuckerberg's
He's top 5.
He dropped that when he was at Harvard a couple times. When I was at Harvard and I started this, he dropped that a couple times. It was like putting somebody in check almost. Like, hey, cuz, listen, you little community college vote-in Senate guy. When I was at Harvard, this happened. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot, but it didn't get happening. NHL playoffs started last night. I cannot wait to see how that goes. Penn's probably going to win this first round in 4, second round in 4, probably win the cup in 6. Go ahead and book it if I had to guess. There's no other reason to watch. Am I right, Nick?
you said it.
Tracy Morgan got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Great news.
How's that show that I thought was going to be good?
Oh, I watched one episode, or that's the new one where he was in
OG or whatever.
Yeah, I loved the first episode.
I thought it was going to be good. I never got a chance to watch it, but just from the commercials, I thought it was going to be good.
I was talking to Zito, and he said the writing is really good. He just can't take Tracy Morgan as a main character because he delivers everything the exact same way.
That's pretty. I mean,
That's kind of rude.
That's Zito,
That's
though.
Zito, like judging Tracy Morgan there.
I mean, you're entitled to it. Some motherfuckers like this, some people like that. But I really liked it. I thought it was funny. Tiffany
you
Haddish
mean?
was pretty funny.
I enjoy when Tracy Morgan goes on talk shows. When he goes on talk shows and he gets interviewed and he just takes that show wherever he wants to go. One time he was shirtless rubbing his nipples on some show. I had no idea why it happened. He talked about some girl did something to him, and I love Tracy Morgan. I'm a big Tracy Morgan guy, and I'm happy to hear that show's doing well. Getting the Hollywood Walk of Fame star, is that big of a deal anymore?
I think so. If you're if you're an actor or something like that, I think that's a pretty big deal.
Don't homeless people just sleep on them?
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, if you got to be
but
like
that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're still, no matter what, there's like a certain amount of blocks, right? From like Vine down. There's a certain amount, I can't remember exactly.
Vine went out of business too because they pissed off the Paul brothers. You remember that? Yeah, they pissed off the Paul brothers. You can't do that. But from Vine Street,
I mean, it all smells like piss. The entire fucking street Hollywood Boulevard from all the way the fuck down Silver Lake,
Yeah, but so
all the way to West LA.
So does Bourbon in New Orleans. It's still a damn good time.
Yeah, I know. It's way more fun to fucking party in Bourbon Street than it is on Hollywood. Hollywood Boulevard's a bunch of stores, tattoo shops, and homeless people, and they're just tourists looking at the stars.
Sounds a lot like Bourbon right there. Sounds a lot like
Substitute bars for stores.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have the bars to walk in and out of. I mean, I just know because I've been to both places several times. It's much different, and it's not. I mean, it's tourists without getting partying and fucking parades happening and then seeing wild shit.
Yeah, I think Bourbon. I think nobody, but I just don't think it's that big of a deal anymore. Like I think Tracy Morgan, I'm happy for him. Congratulations. But to me, it's like having a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame is no way that's somebody's goal anymore, right?
No, you're right. That was probably a big deal, like a huge deal back in like the early 90s or 80s or something like that. But
when he gets to they're probably like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, oh, cool. You know.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. I do have a wonderful body of work.
Didn't Robbie just fly out to LA for somebody getting a star?
Mark Hamill.
Who's that?
Luke Skywalker.
Yikes. He had a pretty good run, that guy. He was somebody's dad, father, right?
No.
Son.
He was the son. There was a Holy Spirit, too.
Yeah.
Father and a
Yeah, the Force.
father, son, force.
You get it.
Yeah. Chesticles, testicles, wallet, and watch. It's true. That's how you do it, Sean.
Wait, wallet?
Chesticles, testicles, wallets on the left. No.
Right.
Right.
It always confused me because you're making the symbol of the cross upside down, which is supposedly an anti-religious,
Maybe not going deep enough on your chest.
Yeah,
no one does.
No, it's because your torso is too short. It's because your torso is too short.
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
I'm a tall fella. I don't think so.
Well, then maybe you should do the crossel with a little bit more respect.
Yeah,
watch
just like
Legend.
middle of
Watch
eyes.
anyone that does it. They go to the top of their head down to like
Yeah,
right at the
but you're supposed
apex
to go to
of-
your testicles.
No.
Yeah, testicles.
Oh, you would know. Yeah.
Yeah, John Legend.
Hello.
Have a little respect for John Legend out here. I mean, what are we doing, boys?
First time I saw it, I thought the priest was giving me the bunt sign.
I heard you stole second.
You are so stupid. I can't fathom how dumb you are. Mariah Carey announced that she has bipolar disorder, hoping she gets better. Andre the Giant documentary happened. Everybody's talking about how awesome it was. I only got 30 minutes in. I have not seen the sad parts. I've only seen him partying. I guess it's awesome. It's going to be really good.
It is really good. Didn't Eminem call this a long time ago about Mariah Carey?
Didn't he have sex with her?
Was that
Wasn't
in the Carson Daly video?
he? No, I think he was dating Mariah Carey.
He was.
I think he was dating Mariah
He
Carey.
tried to, and then she talked some shit about him, and then I think he said like she's legitimately crazy, like she has issues.
So all these superstars, I think it's kind of tough to admit that something's wrong, right? Like for me, like I'm scared to go to a doctor to see what's wrong with my brain because I don't want them to touch it. Don't touch it. Don't change anything. I'd like to hear. Obviously, I'd like to hear your thoughts. But I mean, let's not get crazy with diagnoses here. I did that. I did a thing where I got to spit into a thing and it told me about me on whether or not, like, where I'm from and all that stuff. 1% Italian, by the way. Nightmare situation.
Love that.
Nightmare. I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in me in my spit than ever. It was 0.9% Italian, which is wild. 70-some% Irish, I believe. But then it started telling me about some diseases. I'm pretty clear on everything, and they're like, early onset Alzheimer's, though. You got a slightly above average chance of getting it. I'm
good.
like, oh, good. Can't wait for that to kick in. Just forget everybody. See you later. See you. How's it going? So I'm going to start donating to Alzheimer's research.
Smart.
Pretty hard.
Did it come up? Did it show up about the Mickey Mantle gene or anything? Come up
What if Bert Kreischer should do that as a bit and print off Mickey Mantle gene? A slightly above average Mickey Mantle gene has been detected for sure. Are you still looking up the Eminem Mariah Carey
Yeah.
thing? Have you found anything?
I mean, they did like supposedly have a date for a couple months, and then she clowned him, and then he clapped back. He had a whole diss track about her.
No, not Eminem.
She had a full track about him too.
Yeah,
We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back.
Big clap
We
back
gonna
guy.
Clap back. Aiden Dirty becomes NFL's first full-time British coach as a defensive quality control coach for the Falcons. There's no way I pronounced that name right, but good for the mate there. Good for the mate there. Quality control coach means you never sleep. You have to watch every piece of film. You have to break down everything. You have to deliver notes. His life's going to suck for the next couple of years, but he's earning his stripes in the coaching biz. Good for him. We're taking over the world. You know what I mean? The NFL's taking over the world. They're going to clap back. Sister Jean throws first pitch at Cubs game. It was bad. It was a bad pitch. It was bad. Cubs promptly get beat is what Ty just wrote in the headline.
Yeah, they did.
Sister Jean, she gave up losing for Lent. Lent ended, and then the basketball team lost, and now the Cubs are losing. Sister Jean's just going to go ahead and walk it off there. She had a good run.
There's a full Cubs curse back on. I've declared it. I declared it yesterday.
What are you, little B?
It might be.
You little B, you're declaring curses and such.
I'm the little B Sister Jean curse god.
That's unbelievable. By the way, Lil B gave his blessing to the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's good news for
And
everybody.
the Flyers.
He gave his blessing to the Flyers, too?
Yep, both teams.
So Lil B, he's just getting
even still, they cancel each other out. We're back where we started. We're in good shape.
Yeah, we're back to even ground here with no curses.
Apparently not a big hockey guy.
Nah,
No?
Really?
Lil B? Lil B, the bass god? Not a hockey guy? That's
What a
insane.
gimmick that is.
It's a good gimmick.
What's he famous for?
Cursing people.
Cursing.
That's it.
And that's it. He was hot, though. He had to run. He was like Brandon Lang and Stu Feiner with his
He
curses.
was hot.
He was hot for a long
With
time.
all you need is one to hit, right? With a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just one. Like,
Did he hit Lamar Odom?
I know he was successful, but like really,
Oklahoma City was the
if we
first
put
one.
out like 100 curses, we only need one to hit, and
well, I think we only need to put out. We need to put out one, and it needs to hit. Like Diggs cursing something and it hitting one time. Then we generate some buzz behind it. We put it over a little bit. And then he needs to hit another one. And then the train needs to just keep on moving along. And then people will be like, oh, Diggs' curse is real. Oh, my God.
I mean, I think I could do it. I'll just play the odds. I'll curse the Browns. I'll start with the Browns.
Once they start winning,
Coachella sued for preventing acts from playing within 1,800 miles. What does that mean? If you play Coachella, you can't play within 1,800 miles? How
of
far
a
is that?
certain amount of time. That's
Within 3
fucking
months
far. It's
of
it's 2,000 miles from like New York to LA, or 2,400 or something like that.
So the entire country.
The half the country at least.
So they do that. So you have to buy tickets to see this person in Coachella. It's a mastermind promoter move. Like no competition for your tickets unless you're here. But I feel like 1,800 miles is a far away. So like is Coachella to Indianapolis? What is that?
I'm doing it right now.
So the people who are playing at
It's got to be
Coachella
2,000 miles.
can't do a show in
1,800?
Indianapolis. Can't do a
1,800?
show in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it's like 8. I mean, I remember driving here, and Coachella's only like an hour outside of LA, so
That would be hilarious.
it's like Palm Springs to here.
Since you're doing our show, you cannot do a show in Indianapolis, Indiana. That get the fuck out of here, Coachella.
Just do Palm Springs.
Coachella to here is 1,900 miles.
Okay, so they can do here. They can't do. They cannot perform in Iowa though.
Stay the fuck out of St. Louis.
You can't perform in St. Louis. You
But
can't perform
anywhere west of Indianapolis. They cannot fucking perform.
Terre Haute, Indiana. Do not think about going because you're at Coachella. That's a hilarious way to make sure you sell out.
And then
though.
just do a circle around that motherfucker.
Andre Ingram, 32-year-old rookie, makes his debut for the Lakers, led them in scoring in the first half.
They can't perform on the fucking garbage island.
Well, I don't know how far is Hawaii. It's fucking could be 1,800 miles.
They probably can't do a show in Hawaii.
Yeah,
They need to think about not doing a show. They probably can't even do a Russia either because parts of Russia up there where Alaska is, Alaska and Russia, if you remember Sarah Palin geography lesson.
Can't put a monopoly on fucking shows.
Saskatchewan's out.
We got Gumpy up there not being able to see anything because Coachella's happening.
I wonder if the pay is that much more that it's okay to like
Mexico can't go down to Peru. It just seems like probably can't get into Peru. Can't do a show in Peru.
Good geography, man.
Thank you so much. Peru is a long way away.
What's capital Peru?
Bolivia. No. That's a whole other country.
Yeah.
By the way, we're gonna start doing something with our shows.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna start quizzing you guys,
Oh, I like this a lot.
and it's gonna be called the Payday Quiz.
Yes.
Oh shit.
So I'll give like $10 out to everybody in the room if you guys can figure out the answer to the question.
Are they answerable questions or ungoogleable questions?
You can't use your Google.
Word problems?
It'll be live. We'll do it live.
No, we can't use it, but are they questions that we could answer if we could Google?
Yeah. Like if you had the information
Yes.
beforehand, you'd be able to figure it. It's not like what's my favorite cereal right now.
Okay, so not opinion based.
No, they're fact-based,
Well,
deep
I'm out of
fact-based.
this.
Yeah.
No,
Diggs
no.
and Sean could be in big troubles with this one. I mean, this is a very false fact
We'll work
situation.
together.
But it'll be a room. I'll give
For one
everybody-
big fake false fact.
Yeah, I'll give $10 to everybody in the room. It'll be called the Payday Quiz.
I like this a lot.
Yeah. This may not be setting up for a potential new sponsor with the name in the quiz name. Yeah. I was told I need to make up a segment so these people could sponsor it. I was like, you got it. We'll pay $10. It'll be a payday quiz.
I can't wait to get started.
It's going to happen here within the next week, I think. It's moving fast.
I like this.
Email. Do you have a segment? Absolutely,
Yeah.
I do. Absolutely. When did you start it? Yesterday's show. Okay, cool. How is it? It's a lot of fun. All right. Yeah,
Fans
perfect.
are really enjoying it.
Fans love it. Fans absolutely love the payday quiz, from what I've heard. Hashtag payday quiz.
I mean, people are they can't get
Enough of the payday quiz.
Some guy yesterday stopped me in the grocery store, and he goes, "I can't believe you didn't know that." He goes, "That $10 was yours."
It was Lima, by the way. It's capital Peru.
Oh, yeah.
Nice work.
Like the bean.
No, Ortega.
I want to go to fucking
Ortega, Peru.
Santiago, Chile. That's where I want to go.
Fuck
What's
yeah.
it to you? Chili?
Yeah. I want to go somewhere where I could take $2,000 and it's
Chile.
like $19K
Sure.
down there.
Chile.
You should go to Thailand.
Yeah, I'm going to go there too.
Ooh.
It's hard just to squeeze that in on a weekend.
Get yourself a little fucking water bungaloo.
I think Chili's pretty far away, too.
Yeah, I know. It's all far. I'm
It's
just
down
saying
there.
in general.
I woke up a phone call from Reed Williams one day. He was like, I'm moving to Chile. For what? He's like, I got this little moonshine company we're running down. He was running a Chile moonshine. He was just going to get up and move.
Respect.
Pretty good.
Kid was an academic All-American 2 times.
A lot of good wine down there, Chilean wines.
It's good water.
Chilean sea bass.
I said, I'll come down and see you, I'll come down and see you. And then I checked. It's far. It's way down.
Very close to Argentina.
Is it? Mm-hmm. I think you just think that. I don't think it really is.
No,
is
it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the left side of the continent there.
It's long, though.
I've been
Yeah,
to
it is-
Brazil.
it is long.
Is it south
Argentina-
of Brazil?
Yes.
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 It's way down there.
Egypt.
That was a
called me
long
the other
flight.
day.
What's
I had
that?
a missed call the other day from Egypt.
Don't answer
I didn't
that.
answer that. I was not
I'll
answering.
pick that up.
That's a curse for
Oh,
sure.
you should definitely answer that.
Why? So mummy? Yeah. So mummy could put a curse on me.
If you get any calls from the Middle East, you answer those things as quick as possible.
It'd be like that dude that fucking.
Yeah, but what if you're like what if they want to send you over to like be UN guy? Like,
I'm not going to be willing to trigger some bomb somewhere by answering that phone call.
what if you're the guy that de-triggers, like untriggers a bomb though? You're looking at this all wrong. Why don't you bong some optimism real quick?
What if there's like a hostage and somebody in Saudi Arabia is like, you call somebody in America right now. And then they go, I don't know anybody's number. I need my phone back. You guys fucking threw it out of the helicopter.
They just dialed Diggs'
And then
number
she goes,
accidentally.
all right, just
And they're like,
dial,
you
number
get $1 million
one.
if you let me kill this person. I'm like, go ahead, man. $1 million. Give me it.
Diggs, no heart.
3, 1, 7. Hello.
Sometimes it's hard to find a satisfying vape that's simple and convenient. Blue, who introduced vaping to the world, by the way, is now introducing My Blue. My Blue gives you all the satisfaction with none of the hassle. Just click and go. With My Blue's easy to use one-click liquid pods, you can switch between flavors in seconds and with ease. A range of flavors to choose from. My Blue's curved design makes it comfortable to use. Just 20 minutes to charge and you're set all vaping day. It comes with a free limited lifetime device warranty called MyCare. Head over to myblue.com to check out MyBlue and their $1 trial offer on a MyBlue kit. Check out myblue.com for full details. Blue started the vaping biz.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is just getting better and better and perfecting and crafting the vaping world. MyBlue.com for a $1 trial offer on your MyBlue kit. Go ahead and get in bed with Blue.
Blue's just like, yo, who do you think started this shit? That's the motherfucking thanks I get? You know how we do. Here's dollar cards, cuz. Get your shit together.
Just click and go, cuz.
20 minutes, charged up, vape all day.
All day. 20-minute charge, you can do that while you're showering.
All day.
Let me go ahead and vape all damn day.
This is the life of a
Blue vapor, blue vapor, blue vapor. One-click liquid pods. You can switch between flavors in second. Wow, I don't like this menthol. Let me bounce into a peach. Oh, I'm out because look at my palate. Wants another change. Oh, a dessert possibly. Click, boom, bang, liquid pod, new one in there. MyBlue.com, $1 trial offer. Go and make it happen for $1.
Come on.
You can't get anything for $1 these days.
Vape blue every day.
Oh, I like what you did there. You took it.
Hey.
Vape blue every day.
Vape blue every day.
All these vapors and all these hoes, and there's somebody here gonna fuck. Wrong song. Nah, not a bad reference.
Still fly. It still flew.
Still fly.
Let it fly. Sometimes you gotta let
Still
it fly.
fly.
Still flying.
Gator blue.
I'm a vapor
with my pimped
blue.
out vapor blue.
With my pimped out vapor blue. Gonna plug it in
For 20 minutes.
I be vaping all day, and that's okay.
That's okay.
With the one quick click, got a
It's in
bigger
my-
dick. Oh,
It's in my lungs.
by the way, not sure we're allowed to say that blue will give you a bigger dick. I don't think it will. Just know that. It was just for the song. But it does make your life better and happier. $1 trial offer, myblue.com. Buying tickets can be complicated and confusing, but here's a simpler way to buy with SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the smartest, easiest way to get tickets for every type of live event. Whether you're catching your favorite musician on tour, shopping for the perfect gift, or searching for a last-minute deal to see your favorite team, SeatGeek helps you find the best seats at the best prices, fully guaranteed. Nothing beats being there in person. You can go enjoy the hell out of a show, a game, an event, and SeatGeek does one thing and one thing only. Provide you with the best tickets at the best prices because they're the best people at doing the best ticket adventure.
Great people.
Get your most bang for your buck. SeatGeek grades every ticket based on value to help you immediately identify the best seats that fit your budget. Plus, every purchase is fully guaranteed, so you can shop for tickets on SeatGeek with confidence. Make SeatGeek your go-to app for finding the best deals on every type of ticket, from sports and concerts to comedy and theater. Download the SeatGeek app and enter promo code PAT today. That's promo code PAT for $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Shout out to SeatGeek. They've been with us since day one. They sent us to WrestleMania. I got a chance to chat with them in Chicago at that advertising advertising event. I love SeatGeek, and I appreciate every time you guys buy tickets to go to a baseball game or to an event. You tweet us, you tweet SeatGeek. That's something I very much appreciate, mostly because SeatGeek are honestly like by our side. They're really like by our side. They're like all in with us over here. And I'm so thankful. Day one, A1, day one. If you're going to go do something, do it and get a good deal. Get the best ticket you can with SeatGeek. Earlier today, we got a chance to talk to Frank Caliendo. I would say the best impressionist walking this earth. And he put on a show. You're going to enjoy this. Joining us now, the non-diva at all. Non-diva at all.
Talk to engineering about what's going on here. I gotta say, am I allowed to start talking without an?
Yeah, you do whatever you want, man.
I feel that. This is like, and I don't mean that. I don't mean disrespect, but this is like the greatest place and the worst place all at the same time. It's impossible because it's incredible. Like I didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect to be able to come in and shoot hoops, have a catch. And I thought it would be in like a studio because I don't pay attention. I think ping pong table. Yeah, that I'll destroy anybody in. That's probably here.
Well, I've heard nothing but great things about your ping pong skills.
Yeah, I'm a top level
elite.
Yeah, overaged kind of guy. And then, well, I play. There's a table tennis club here in Indianapolis. Table Tennis Club of Indianapolis.
Incredible.
Great title for it.
TTC.
Latitka. And that's French. Latitka. So yeah, I was playing there last night. And the thing about people don't care. Ping pong is like Q-tip. It's like nobody cares anymore. People in the 70s, they go, it's table tennis. Ping pong, chachi. I go to the Dennis Miller. When I got to say something, you got to be here, Billy. That was the Dennis Miller on the O'Reilly Factor when it used to be on. I mean, Billy, what are you doing backstage?
Both of those guys when they used to be on.
Let's see what you did there.
By the way, this is Frank Caliendo.
Yeah,
the guy you've seen him on Fox, you've seen him on ESPN,
and now you see me here.
No, you can't see you. Can't see you.
Can't see. Oh, you're not. There's no video. I was warned that. I saw some video online.
We'll only put it out if you want, though.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. If people want to suffer through my face, I'm fine with it.
No, I think you're incredibly attractive.
You're right. That's why I set you up for that. I'm fishing. I'm catfishing.
Are you Italian? Caliendo's very Italian.
Yeah, I'm not just Manti Teo catfishing.
There we go.
I threw a sports reference in because this is sports. By the way, right there, Tyson, 007-373-5963, direct to Tyson.
What was that again?
007-373-5963.
Okay.
That's the code to get the Mike Tyson. You don't have to fight. You don't have to get through Don Flamenco, King Hippo, none of that garbage.
For those of you that don't know, I have a Punch-Out, Mike Tyson Punch-Out photo that's signed by Mike Tyson.
I thought it was signed by Mario, which would be more exclusive, right?
The ref, yeah, because
ding, ding.
There's like there's 500 of these. There's 500 of these Mike Tyson autographs for sure.
I'm just doing a music bed. I'm doing a music bed for you.
I liked it a lot.
That's like the old Gillette. Listen, it's the whole time I'm going to be here. It's this bad.
What are you doing? Do you have shows in town?
No, I actually came to do Bob and Tom because I'm doing a bunch of shows in Iowa. I didn't know I guess I did know you were here. I was avoiding you until somebody called looking for no. No.
By the way, it wasn't me looking for you. I could give a fuck.
I can tell by the way you dress.
You're wearing sweats. You look like a pedophile walking in here. You're talking about what I
look like. Let me show you what I am. No, that's a bad joke on myself. Why would I do that to me? Why would I do that to myself?
Yeah.
Although, what was the name of the young woman who drove me? Jocelyn? Jordan. So we're going to call her Jocelyn. She and I didn't know she was on the air too. She's a mess. Mess of a. She's wonderful, sweet, nice. Drives about 6 miles under the speed limit until she's got to stop. And then she speeds up for some reason. She's got it mixed up. Acceleration, deceleration, confused. So
she went to college at a school that you're not allowed to dance.
Yeah.
So that's what you're dealing with.
She went to Footloose University.
Yeah, she did.
She's just now exploring life.
And she is a dancer.
Yeah, and she is a dancer, which
Yeah.
proves that you can't shut your kids down because they just gotta dance. So, but she gave me stories about like a driving school instructor that was touching people inappropriately. Lots of different stories I got on the way in.
Yeah, welcome to Indiana.
And I just want a different driver home. No, she was great. She was a lot of fun.
Where are your shows at in Iowa?
I don't know. Do you have a web surfer? Somebody who can do that? Look at somebody just got out a phone. He's like, we don't have computers here. Northwood, Iowa. It's like an hour and a half south of Minneapolis, and then right outside of Des Moines and Davenport. FrankOnStage.com.
Oh, nice.
Gets you all that and some hijinks.
What do you do stand up and then you mix in your incredible impressions as well, or is it sketches? What do you do for your shows?
I dress up as the people and act out the impressions for way too long each character.
I doubt it. Impressions,
very,
I can't get enough. I think they're incredible. It's such a good talent.
Well, you're right, and I love this room. You guys get me.
We don't like you, but
no. Listen, I don't need to be friends with anybody.
Yeah,
I just want laughter and money. And it might not be direct, but eventually people buy the tickets, and that's how it all works out. But what was the question? Oh, we were talking about
your show. Like if people are
and that's actually what I'm working on this weekend. I'm doing a small little club this weekend in Port Charlotte, Florida, a place called Vasani, just to get the plug in, because who wouldn't name your comedy club Vasani? which in Italian means get over here. I got some jokes for you. a lot of Italians say a lot. We, our people, me, Mario. A lot can be said in a simple word. But then the Iowa shows are more the casino show, which it's kind of more the mainstream what I've been doing. And then I'm going to go out and do a bunch of single clubs all over the country, single nights. And I'm really working on trying to be kind of what I've done here is more me, less entertaining, but less doing the voices still, but talking around them. Because there's so much of the time people just... I get in there and they don't let me do any of this. They don't have the patience for it, and so it's.
I was about to go to break.
I know. I can Charles Barkley take us to break?
We had enough of Caladino. Do something else. It's going to be hilarious. That's going to ensue because it's not going to talk like him anymore. By the way, I paid no attention to any of the prep they gave me for the Final Four.
The first time I realized that, do we have to go to break, or was that kind of a joke at my expense?
Yeah.
The first time, and you're good at this because you are a funny guy. One of the things is that a lot of times you're around funny people. I can sense you're the only one in this room. But you're around funny people, and people try to one-up you all the time, and you guys talk all the time, so it's great. I appreciate you letting me just yammer on and dig myself a hole.
Yeah. You'll get out, though, because we know your brain's good. You'll
I'll go to The Voice. I can always. Some people have crutches, like catchphrases. I have full wheelchairs. They're called impressions. So if something's not going right,
yes, that's when Frank realized doing a voice would save him completely.
Morgan Freeman as God, by the way, very much a hover round, not just a wheelchair. That is a power wheelchair.
Oh, yes, I could hover anywhere, Sonny. I could hover over the Grand Canyon. I don't care if you're a mindful man who controls the X-Men. I could hover better than you. I can see everything. If you saw Batman, Dark Knight Returns, I do not. Mark Zuckerberg. I believe he's doing the same thing we were doing there. Mark Zuckerberg is Bruce Wayne. He just dresses up and is a dead-eyed Batman. You wonder if Batman was human? No, he's an alien.
Hey, Zuckerberg looked like an alien yesterday.
Yeah, more than an alien. I mean, aliens are looking and going, you look more like us than us. I watched a little bit of it, but I'm so freaked out about it. I deleted Facebook. I put it back on, but
you took a stand and then
took a stand. I missed my fake friends.
Did you hear the senator by any chance ask him if you don't have your users pay to use Facebook, how you make money?
Dude, the center,
no understanding
The
of the
old
world.
white
Yeah.
people.
I have no idea.
The non-self-aware having politicians of the world were on full showcase yesterday, speaking to a guy who changed the world completely. And you could tell after watching the Social Network, like the way he does those lawyer things, he's a smart ass, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And he was trying to keep it as professional as possible. There was a lot of moments where you could see Zuckerberg just want to be like, how the fuck are you in here?
And but didn't he take some public speaking or training, I believe, for it? I think that he does. But I'm on the same page as you. You watch some of these old kooks and stuff, and you know they know nothing about. They've gotten notes. And they don't. And it seems here that you, in the social network, could you define a social network for us, Mr. Zuckerberg? Zuckerberg. What did you call me, Sonny? I'll slap you upside the face. Social network. What is it? Yeah, it's pretty. It's all gross, you know. But what they're doing is kind of gross too. But then again, I've talked about this. I've heard a bunch of people talk about it too. It's not my original thought here. Is you're signing up for it too, so you got to realize whatever you're putting on there.
Just like all the dicks people put on Snapchat, those are going somewhere. Like everybody's dick.
Into my cloud.
You're just raking them in those sweatpants, huh? All the dicks you can get.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Hey Jerry, there's something wrong with something. I got
I'm like what I am is like the producer button that you can just press, and I have little recordings that are done.
How do you? I've talked to you one time, and you talked about how you watch film and how you study and break down. Is
mostly made up? I don't do any of that.
Okay, so
no. I would watch a lot of it. It's kind of like a sport, same kind of thing. As I used to do look in the mirror when I was younger and listen to it over and over and over. And then I would practice the alphabet. For some reason, I've talked to other people that do impressions, and for some reason, saying the person's name helps you. I don't know why that is. Maybe because you're just putting it in your head, but I see the person in front of me when I'm talking about them. So when I do like a Morgan Freeman,
I am completely disappointed to see what I look like when I'm doing it.
But yeah, because I would always see. That's why I lost a bunch of weight. Is I would see myself on TV and I look like that person had an allergic reaction and didn't stop eating anything. And I lose like 50 pounds and my face is still super fat. So it's one of those tough things I can't ever get rid of. It's just kind of what it is. But I also thought there were two things I thought when I lost weight. I go, because most of the time people on Twitter, when they would just attack me, it'd be like, you suck and you're fat. And now it's just down to you suck most of the time.
That's got to feel good. Knock out half the criticism.
Yeah, that's 50%.
Yeah, that's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I feel better about it.
What's a newer voice you're working on?
I don't work on any. I'm actually so tired of it, and it's so hard. The newest ones, I don't know why I enunciate some of these words so much because they're not even important to me. Liam Neeson is one of the newer ones. That's not even that new. And the bit I do on stage and here, another enunciation moment, pronunciation. Maybe it's just amateur.
No, you nailed it.
It's word games. But ever since Taken, every movie he's done, it seems like in the commercial, even if it doesn't make the movie, he's on a cell phone, and he's doing a cell phone because that's how people know Liam Neeson, right? They should do Telemarketer the movie. Mr. Neeson, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for me to take a short survey, I can tell you this: I don't have the time. What I do have are a very particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you don't hang up right now, I will find you. I will hunt you down. And you're going to kill me, aren't you? No. Have you taken my son? Or is it my daughter? I don't even pay attention anymore. You've taken my stepson. Keep him.
Do you have Denzel?
No, and some people do. Like, if a lot of people do somebody, even though Liam Neeson's somebody everybody's doing a lot of. I never did. Denzel. I can't think of his name. He's fantastic. Was on the Saturday Night Live, has his own show on Showtime right now. Jay Farrow. Farrow's incredible. And he does them. I even gotten away from being dead on with him. Will Sasso, who I was on Mad TV with, would create characters that were way bigger too, like the Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers started out as Kenny Rogers, but then it became, I'm Kenny Rogers. And Dana Carvey did it great too. He just make them characters because they're more fun that way.
Yeah.
Some like the Morgan Freeman, it's better to have the voice, or the Jim Rome doing it as best you can is the way to go. Right now, Barstool Sports or Storks.
We have a store.
Barstool Store. The VMU meters. What's the problem with the words not coming out the way they're supposed to right now? Perform.
There was your wheelchair right there, by the way. You just hit it.
Definitely. I went from Professor Xavier to some kid I just realized I'd get in trouble with that one. Even here, that joke was not going to fly. Ridiculous. Improbable. Arugula. That's where I go always to Gruden. I tell you what, man, I love arugula.
Hold on, we have Gruden on the phone. It's funny you say that. Gruden listens in all the
What
time.
if it's the Matrix when he meets himself?
Yeah, Gruden. Ty, is Gruden back there?
Yeah, we got him.
Coach Gruden, thanks for calling in. Do you know anything about this Frank Caliendo guy?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Gruden, he sounds just like me. I'd like to see this guy face to face, man, and see what we could put together.
I'll tell you what, that would be tremendous. What we could do, and what I would love to do, I would just love to sit there and stare at you over and over and like I would not even blink. That's how much I love looking at myself.
Sounds good to me, man. Hey, have you been to a Hooters lately?
I'll tell you what, I worked at Hooters. I was a fry cook. I wore the shorts. Hashtag me too, man.
I tell you what, just recently, man, I went to Hooters and I've been using this joke a lot lately. Just ask the waitress, hey, man, can I get a chicken breast? Hold the chicken. They love it down there, man.
Coach? You get it, Coach?
You have I get it. The chicken isn't that good, isn't it? You know why? Because I wasn't frying it up myself. We used to take the chickens, whole chickens, right? We'd take them like Serrano, Pedro Serrano out there in Major League. We would sacrifice the chickens, even though the religious guy, the older guy who would put the Vaseline on his shoulder and throw strikeout pitches, man. I'll tell you what, we would take it. What was I talking about?
Hold the breast. Hold the breast,
Hold
Coach.
the breast.
Yeah,
Tell you what,
chicken
man, I
breast.
put myself in that deep fryer sometime. So he texted me. I got a text from him when he was at ESPN. Not all the time, but every once. I love him. I think you bad McAfee, man. Did you see that tackle, man? Tell you what, guy makes one tackle, everybody cares about him all of a sudden. That tackle made him $25 million right there because before that, McAfee, that was just a way to protect your computer, man. So, speaking of virus protection, wear a condom. I don't even know where that came from. We'll figure it out, Sonny. Where were we? I'm losing the train of thought. I've been up a while and haven't had any water.
Gruden texting you.
Oh yeah, Gruden texts me. So he texts me at a lot of times he texts me early, like 3 o'clock in the morning. I live in Arizona. He was out in Tampa, but he's texting me at 3 o'clock his time, which is lunch, I believe, for him. I've been watching 2 hours of videotape. I'm tired. So he texted me one time. He's like, "I just got done doing a commercial where I did an impersonation of you." And I'm thinking, what does that one mean? Right? What in the world could that mean? And two, I watch all commercials trying to figure out which one it was because I'm scared to ask him what it was. But I think it was the tire commercial where he's like, "Come on, we're going to get some treads on you, man." I think that's what it was. And I think what it was guessing, because he didn't give me any more information than that. I think at some point I texted him something, but he never gave me more info. But I think it was probably a situation where they're going, be less you, be more Caliendo.
Be more character of you.
Yeah, be more
of you.
Because he does a good job of being, I think, in between him and being a total cartoon character in those commercials.
Yep.
Because the first Hooters commercial I ever saw him do, he's just staring. It's like I've never been on TV in a comedic situation before. And he's one of those guys. Do you ever do pregame prep with him?
No, absolutely not.
No, they wouldn't. No, man. We're not talking to punter.
Yeah. Probably should have though. ESPN's ratings wouldn't suck.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm not going there, man. Still work there once in a while. I really don't even care. He's just, for me, it's just Morse code. Sometimes it turns into Mario.
He should have signed your poster.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, you get it. We were talking a little bit about just how big of a weapon the impressions are. I couldn't even imagine a heckler coming at you and just busting out Pesci all of a sudden to handle a heckler, or having another. That has to be so much fun.
Well, the great thing is when they set up, especially, but sometimes people want to hear stuff before you're even ready for it. Although, because I like to set up the impressions to have a take on them.
Okay.
So it's like, what is Al Pacino, for an example? He's amazed by everything. It's like,
You mean you flip a switch over here and a light goes on over there? Whoa. I mean, this is sorcery, right?
With Gruden, he's got that. This is another thing I talk about in my act. So it's like, he's got that angry look on his face.
all the time.
But he says the most positive things in the world. Right? That's the weird thing. That's the juxtaposition there that doesn't quite make sense. So when the Seattle Seahawks, Green Bay Packers replacement refs a few years ago, when that happened and everybody's ripping the refs, they're like, these guys suck, because it was the touchdownception game deal. Everybody's, these guys suck. And Gruden was ripping them, but he was doing it a positive way. Like, I'll tell you what, man, these refs, these are the best bad refs I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anyone so good at being bad, man. We're talking bowling trophy bad. So yeah, that's, and the impressions overall.
Getting their mannerisms is a big deal.
For me too, because I don't always do the voices dead on. So some people who do, that's the thing is, people, I see so many people, because people send the stuff to me now, do these incredible impressions, better dead on voices than me in a lot of the cases, but they just kind of repeat what you'd hear on the game, like, whether it's
they're quoting him instead of creating the character of it.
Yeah, not only that, but they're just doing like play-by-play of a game of somebody doing like a Tony Romo impression or something. Like, well, that's good, but
I got it right. Pretty good.
Yes, I actually like Romo.
I did for the first couple weeks, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, you almost sounded like him there. Yeah, I don't know. I have a tough time disliking people now after being disliked so much.
You keep saying that.
There's always people who just do. It doesn't matter. But it's some of it comes from when you're not creating anything new, which has happened to me a couple times. When I was at Fox, I was there for 9 years, and about year 3 or 4, I'm like, man, I'm not doing anything new here. But then when I try to do something new, they'd be like, can you do Andy Rooney again? I'd be like, he died.
So were there like did you have some restrictions when you were working at Fox?
Way more.
Really?
Yeah.
Than ESPN?
ESPN actually let me do a lot more of what I wanted to do. The stuff at Fox, don't get me wrong, was working for the most part. But it was always like they wanted to do setup, punchline, joke stuff. And as you know, the jokes don't always work. It's a lot of times it's more about how are the characters interacting with people and just what's the funny thing that's going on. And when you're doing jokes to camera all the time, it looks like you're trying hard.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
It's more old school.
Yeah, it's really, and the younger people, that's who's on Twitter and telling you suck.
Yeah.
So that's
it's crazy to me that Fox had more restrictions than ESPN.
In some ways, okay, it's not in every way, but it's Sunday. On Fox, you're on Sunday morning too. Remember, so it was not always the regular Fox. It was Sunday morning Fox, where they're looking at that. Everybody can be watching. Kind of a situation. So it was a little bit more like ESPN, where they're worried about everybody who's watching at the time. And then ESPN, like you did a sketch with me at ESPN.
Yep.
And when we did it, it was the greatest thing that could ever happen. I wish you might even have done it. I don't think you did it in front of a producer, but it was great people. It was you, JJ Watt.
Yep. Was that the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, at the Pro Bowl. So it was going to be good people no matter what.
Yep.
But I did this thing, Gruden tiptoeing through the tulips, and you were watching it, and you're like, that's funny, man. And it wasn't in there, and it was cut down to about 40 seconds, and half the stuff we did, half the stuff I did with other people never aired. And you're like, what happened to the funny stuff? I'm like, that's what happens to me all the time. I'm like, that's nothing new.
Because I was watching you film that, because you was filming it in like a quad almost. Like it was in the middle of all of our hotels. So our hotels were set up in a quad. It was a weird situation. The Pro Bowl was set up weird but I was watching him work, I was watching these film, and there was some like, I couldn't even hear everything that was happening, but there was some.
Just looked silly, right?
It looked hilarious. And then I watched the final piece and I was like, man, I don't know who's editing. Some guy who doesn't know comedy is editing that down.
Because sometimes they just have an idea, and this didn't happen for the most part when there. And they like the last year they've called me to ask me to do like 2 or 3 things, and I still have a relationship with them to do that. But I'm like, well, that's kind of like everything else I've done, so it's just going to feel like filler. I'm just tired of doing filler. I've done filler for probably half of the 9 years or 15 years I've probably been on TV doing sports stuff, because stuff doesn't happen every week that's interesting or works. So
Todd.
When I first decided, I didn't even have that.
Todd.
Remember the situation. Look at everything that's going on in here. Look at a first round grade. So I now do. This is the only word I do from Undisputed. I just do Shannon Sharp going skip, and then I mix it with Mel Kiper Jr. Todd, skip, skip.
I don't hear bad impressions of you doing that impression any at all on social media.
Yeah, this is Todd McComas, obviously.
You invented it, and now I'm like, yes, okay.
There's a lot of people doing, a lot of especially the ESPN people, and they think that's. See, the way that happened is, so we were talking about it, and I didn't even have the Mel Kiper Jr. impression, and it took off on the draft. It just went crazy. I was on a flight. I landed, and my Twitter had gone crazy. And then they ended up playing it like 12 times during the draft. And they did it perfectly, where they didn't tell people it was a sketch. They just, Robert Flores just led into it like it was a real segment.
Yes, as you should.
And then it came on, and no setup or anything, and people were kind of like, what's going on? And like, oh my God, why does Kiper look bloated? And it killed, because it was talking about a cup of coffee, and nobody ever done Mel Kiper before. It's a tremendous situation. Figure out things to do. So
is Mel Kiper back there, Ty?
Yeah.
Is he with Coach Gruden?
Yeah, we could get him too.
Really? Mel Kiper's back there?
Yep.
Is there any way he'd join us? We all hate Mel Kiper, obviously, but we were wondering if he could join.
By the way, do you know him?
I hate him.
Have you met him as a person?
Don't give a fuck.
I don't care what you don't care about.
I wouldn't mind if he died.
He's so nice.
He's terrible. He's not. He ruined my draft day. He ruined my draft day.
I think everything ended up okay. At the end of the day, it looked like this isn't even what you want to be doing. At the end of the day, you want to be on a microphone and entertaining people, not kicking a pigskin. That's actually not even made out of pig.
Is Mel Kiper back there?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, Mel Kiper, what's going on back there, man?
Hey, Pat, how you doing? You've had a good day so far. Good seeing Frank in here. I know we've had a couple back and forth. Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing incredible.
Now, it's almost draft time. This is about the time you start cooking the books. Agents start paying you off for their clients to move up the draft boards. How have things been going in that regard?
Pretty good. I had Sam Darnold going '1. Unfortunately, his reps couldn't send me any used jock straps, so I had to slide him down the big board. I got Josh Allen moving back up. He's 6'8". Unbelievable.
Hold on a second. Hey, Mel. Let me say this. Everything you're saying, complete and utter lie. Right now, I'm down in my basement looking at a box of Count Chocolate, trying to figure out if it's a mirror. That's the kind of situation. I mean, how'd I get on the cover of a tasty cereal that at the end of the day, you got chocolate milk and you can drink it right out of the bowl?
You a wrestling fan?
I was. when I was younger. I try to get back into it, and I just don't.
It's a different one. You can't compare it back to the.
I know I liked it back then, though.
Yeah, everybody.
Man,
Let me tell you something, brother.
I mean, it doesn't get any better. Mean Gene Okerlund here. What's always fun is to try and name wrestlers, old school wrestlers, in a voice. That's a lot of fun. Big John Studd. Coco Beware. Macho Man Randy Savage.
So all those guys got a lot of play in the Andre the Giant documentary that was on HBO last night.
I was watching some of that. I want to watch more. Did you have that guy on who did the
Bill Simmons?
Was it? Well, Bill Simmons was part of it. Wasn't there another guy who did the documentary himself? The guy who
I'm not sure.
The filmmaker.
There was a different guy who directed it.
Okay,
I forget his name.
Maybe I only deal with directors.
Well, you've been on Fox ESPN. You're pretty high level.
Yeah, I'm very high level. I'm operating on my own system.
Yeah, you're right below Morgan Freeman up there.
There, I'm looking down, but I'm looking down on just a slight angle.
FrankOnStage.com.
Yeah, and I'll be all over the place. And these single show nights, I'm all over. You mentioned off the air that like getting calls from Birmingham, Huntsville, Chattanooga, I think, North Carolina.
What demo loves you the most? Southerners love you?
No, Midwest. I actually struggle sometimes in the South a little bit. Midwest because I grew up in the Midwest. East Coast, anywhere where there's an NFC football team because of so much time on Fox, that's pretty big. But people know me from all sorts of little things. It's not one big thing for the most part. So, although sports I pigeonholed myself pretty well.
Got a lot of opportunity in the sports world.
Yeah, I just never wanted to do any. When I was doing it, I didn't want to do anything else.
Yep.
So because I was making so much money doing it, I was just like, why am I ever going to want to expand on this?
Yeah.
And then you start to realize, there's a lot more than just kicking in the NFL. No, I mean it is.
It's a good comparison.
People don't understand. There's a reality to that where at a certain point you go, I've made enough money that I'm happy and can be content and I can take some chances. I'm going to do what actually makes me happy, what I like to do now.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's kind of where I'm learning to act and figure out acting.
Are you in movies? Are you getting any movies?
I've gotten some auditions, but I've tried a bunch. Wasn't even trying to do the Kuiper. It just happened.
In the audition, say your name, Frank Caliendo.
I never do. I never even do that. I'm like, that's stupid. If you don't, you email.
Hey, Google me, bitch.
Yeah, you put it all up. It's on the title of everything. So I just feel stupid, and then I cheat and use different takes anyway. No, so
that's the internet. Everybody does that.
Yeah,
viral videos are 45 takes, but one hit.
Right? How comes Caliendo can actually jump 3 inches to the side? That's an edit.
We got about 35 seconds left.
Yeah, I'll do the whole last part as Norm Macdonald.
You ever bet he's the amazing guy because he could just go. He can talk about nothing and make it.
I haven't heard Norm Macdonald speaking about 20 years though.
He's got a big special on Netflix
everywhere.
That's a 40-year-old that a 45-year-old that just said that. The 40-year-old's looking at me.
I'm 39.
Yeah, okay.
You ever go to the grocery store? You ever been there?
We got 30 seconds.
Yeah, I thought we had 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Did you ever go to the time machine? You ever use one of those?
That's what we did. That's what we did with the 30 seconds.
That's what you did. That's amazing. Yeah, let me ask you this. You're on Sirius, right?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
You can pretty much make your break whenever you want, can't you?
No, there's a hard out at the end of the hour. We're about to hit it right now. Yeah,
I'm going to keep on talking.
FrankOnStage.com.
Yeah, get it.
FrankOnStage.com.
And when you come back, I'll be dead.
Frank's good. He's so talented. God. He gets lost in there, though. He doesn't know where he is at some points and who's talking.
There's so many voices in his brain. He honestly was like, what the fuck is going on?
He walked in here looking full pedophile in that sweatpants shirt, disheveled. He had no clue what was going on. He's incredibly entertaining. A guy that's had deals everywhere. Fox, ESPN. He has FrankOnStage.com. Go check him out if you can. We also got a chance to talk to Cordero Patterson. It was a pretty good little convo. I think you're going to enjoy this as well. Joining us now is a man who has every award you could possibly have whenever it comes to National Football League foosball. He's a two-time Pro Bowler, two-time first-team All-Pro, one-time second-team All-Pro, all-rookie team, first-team All-SEC in college where he played at Tennessee. He was an All-American in high school, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an incredible returner. He's a new member of the New England Patriots. I don't know if he still has his dreads, but those things were hang time out the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Cordero Patterson.
Oh man,
What's
up, guys?
You still got the dreads?
Yeah, man, I do, man.
How many years have those things just been flying by kickoff teams? How many years have you been growing those?
It's been a lot of years and a lot of teams, man.
Well, I want to let you know, Cordero, that my plan, whenever we played you in Minnesota, was 1,000%. I was going to grab a hold of those things, and you were either going to ride me in the end zone or accidentally fall over. That's my only shot. I want to let you know that.
Oh man, you awesome, man. You awesome.
I'm not as awesome as you. You're with the Patriots now. This is going to be your third team. I don't know when OTA start. I assume in like a week and a half or so. What are you doing to prepare yourself for another year in the NFL at a high level?
Oh man, me as a guy that that just like to get after it, man. Do a lot of running, man. Just make sure I keep this body toned up, man. And I just had a new baby, so. That dad bod had got up on me, so man, I've been.
The baby weight isn't just for ladies. People forget that. People forget.
Hey man, they really do, man. It's for us, man, too, man. I'm telling you.
Well, congratulations on the new baby. You're a father. You're going into a season with the New England Patriots. Are you kind of nervous to get into the Bill Belichick system? I feel like if I was to sign with the Patriots, I wouldn't know. I've heard horror stories about what goes on up there, how hard it is day in and day out. Are you a guy that gets nervous at all, or are you excited to get in the building?
I'm actually real excited, man. Ever since the trade happened, man, I just been smiling nonstop, man, because who wouldn't want to play for the Patriots, man? It's a great organization, man. But like you said, man, I hear a lot of stories that goes in to go out of that place, man. But I'm not a nervous guy, man. So I'm just ready to get the work done.
How fast do you run?
Now when I was back skinny and slim, I used to run about a 4.3, 4.4.
Now you got that dad weight. Dude's running 4.8,
yeah,
4.8, 4.
Yeah, probably 4.8 now.
What's the biggest thing to be a great kickoff returner? Is it vision? No fear? Is it a combination? What's your secret to success?
Shit, you hit it all right on the money, man. I say it's the vision, man, and don't be afraid. Just going out there, man. Really just being the body, being reliable to your teams, man, and just trusting them other 10 guys that's out there blocking for you, and you can't. It's gonna be some mistakes out there, but you just got to believe in those guys, and just go out and enjoy yourself.
They're thinking about eliminating the kickoff, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Because of this, every single kickoff could go to the house. All you need is one guy out of his lane, one guy with a missed assignment, something like that. And you're one of those guys that every time a ball is in your hands, there's home run potential. You and Josh Cribbs are very similar. Do you watch a lot of Cribbs film? Is that kind of how you get into it?
Yeah, I see. I've been watching him, man. I actually watch a lot of kickoff returns, man. Especially Devin Hester as well, man. Those guys did tremendous things. They really paved the way for me, and just watching them going back and just seeing the great things they did. And I think that's how I'm successful now. You're going back and watching those veteran guys do their thing, and a guy like me coming in just trying to replace the throne.
Oh, did you say replace the throne?
Yeah.
Hey, make that a shirt, Cordell. hey, you should make that a shirt. That is an incredible shirt.
Hey, I like that. I might have to use that one.
I don't know how Belichick feels about having a merch company, but I think you should think about it. And what's the hardest hit you've ever taken? Because everybody talks about how kickoffs are high collision. Now, granted, they're talking about the two-man wedges where they're setting up shop and people are running down. But returners, you have to have a bigger body to be a kickoff returner because of the high speed, high collisions. Was there any shots that you've taken in your career where you're like, damn, that is a big one?
Actually, in college, man, I was playing Vanderbilt, and I was doing a kickoff return, and I made like a juke, but I stumbled, and man, this kicker laid me out.
Who was it? Was it I don't know. I don't know who the kicker was. Was it that dude that punted and kicked for the Steelers? No.
No, I don't know, man, but he was dead. He got a concussion. He left the game, but man, I got up and finished the game and I had a good game.
Cordero, what do you do for fun? Other than now you're a father, obviously, but before that, what do you do during the off season and such? Yeah, there's no fun with your dad.
I used to love shopping, man. Going out buying a lot of things. Now I'm just buying Pampers and wipes and stuff right now.
You a shoe guy? You got a good shoe collection?
Oh man, I got all the shoes, man.
Really?
No matter what it is, man. Whatever it is, I wear it, man. From New Balance to Reebok to Under Armour, don't matter, man. I just if it's something nice and I like it, man, I wear it.
What is your? Do you have J's? You have a J collection?
I got a couple of J's, man. I got like 8 pair that I never wore. So I just like try to save.
I found the video. It's Kerry Spear. He got you pretty good too. You definitely didn't stumble though. Your head was down.
You found that video too fast, man. I gotta watch out for you.
Is that a little white guy?
Yeah,
It's a little white guy crushed you, Cordero? A little white guy killed you.
Man, he had to be. He had some flavor in his blood, man.
When did you know that you were the next for the throw? What is it? The
place.
When did you know? Have you always just been an incredible kickoff returner, like even in high school, or is it something you just got into in college? Like, because that's a real skill that not everybody has. Not everybody can catch kicks. First of all, B, being able to have the vision and toughness to stay with it, and then to be explosive like you are. Have you always had this, or is this something that came later in your life?
I always had it, man, and I was just always a guy that, when I touched the ball, I just wanted to make a special play, and just somebody was like, man, you should do kickoff return, man, and ever since I was little, I did kickoff return, and it's just been good, man, growing up, how it just translated to the NFL. It's been everything but great.
Do you play gunner as well?
Yeah, man, I love gunner. I just started, actually, man, my 4th year. I started my 4th year, and it's just been so amazing, man. It's so much fun, out there with those guys, man, and it's an exciting feeling.
Now, because Slater's up there, I think they just re-signed him. I believe Slater you're talking about one of the greatest. You two, now if we're really going to think about it, this kind of just hit me. 2 of the greatest special teams players maybe ever. I mean, that's an incredible little tag team that you guys are going to have. Ryan Allen's going to have 2 beasts at gunner for him. That has to, I'm thinking about how Ryan Allen. This is all mind blowing.
If I was him, I'd be excited too.
Jeez, because you're going to get singled up because they're going to double Slater, so you're going to have a single on you. You're going to be able to make a lot of plays at gunner.
Right, I'm excited, man. I hope they double him every game and every play so they can just leave me free and make me to the Pro Bowl.
Are you gonna? Are there thoughts to play offense? Obviously, you're a wide receiver. You're a great one. You're in the NFL. Is the focus fully, whenever you talk to the Patriots, on special teams, or are you going to be getting in the mix in offense as well?
Hopefully, in the mix, a lot of offense. I talked to the OC. He just basically asking me, what can I do? And how can I help this team and stuff? And I'll just tell them basically, you can line me up anywhere on the field, man. Just special team, offense, no running back. Whatever you need me, man, I'll go out there and make a play for you.
What was your major in college?
I don't remember.
Football.
Who's your coach there?
Derek Dooley.
I don't think I've ever met Derek Dooley. He got fired
for
Butch Jones. Did you play for Butch Jones at all?
Nah, I left the year he came.
How did you enjoy Oakland? Did you enjoy Oakland last year? How much different was it than cold-ass Minnesota?
It was different, man. It was a lot of fun, man. The weather was perfect almost every day, but it was just so expensive out there, man. Rent and everything was just like, oh my God, I couldn't take it, man. I'm excited to be away from there, man. But at the end of the day, it's a business, man. I wanted to be there, but they traded me, but I'm happy where I'm at right now.
Couldn't buy as many shoes up there in Oakland.
I ain't buy one pair.
What's the name of your kid?
Her name is Diana.
Oh, how old? Is it like newborn here?
5 weeks.
Oh my! They just sleep the entire time, right? Like Diana just sleeps the entire time there. That's good news, right?
She used to. Now she's just up and just making all these different noises. Man, It's crazy.
Where do you live in the off season?
South Carolina.
What part?
Rock Hill.
I have no idea. I don't even know why I asked. I don't even know why I asked.
That's by Gaffney.
It's close to Charlotte. It's right next to Charlotte. Man.
No, okay, I respect that. I don't even know why. I'm assuming people listening. There's somebody listening from that area. Is that where you spend every off season? Is that home for you?
Yeah, man. That's always gonna be home. Man. Born and raised there.
That's awesome. Well, Cordero Patterson, we appreciate you so much. Good luck making another Pro Bowl, another All-Pro, going up to an elite organization up there in New England. I want to let you know that you cause a lot of sleepless nights for people, so I think you should go fuck yourself for that, and then I think you should continue to have a great career, all right?
All right, man. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you. Good luck. You're a very good guy, and tell the new baby and everybody we said hello. I'm very thankful, Cordero.
All right, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
See you later. He must have been doing a media circuit because I saw him on the TV. I think he was
on the TV.
I think he was on NFL Network today as well. He said Bill Belichick told him he's going to make him the player he should be, which I love, by the way.
He was very happy. I like him. He's very happy.
Very happy,
He was fun to watch.
confident, great football player. I cannot wait to see what the Patriots do with him. They got good special teams up there as well, so they'll be able to set him up good, make things happen. I can't wait. I'm so thankful you all choose to listen to this show. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We're very lucky. Serious Monday through Friday. Very, very lucky. And honestly, the only way it all works is through sponsorship.
Jesus. Alden Smith on Friday had an alcohol level of 0.40.
Nice.
What? It's not bad. That's up there.
How's that happen?
You drink a lot.
0.40.
Shots. That's basically, normally that's like a coma or death.
He's a very large man, isn't he? I mean, he's a very, very large man.
He's got arrested like 5 times in the last 3 months or something.
So he's got real alcohol problems.
Yeah,
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. 0.40, though. You got to be doing like Andre the Giant numbers.
That
a 0.4
high.
Yeah, that's high. I'm high on good food.
40% of your blood is alcohol.
60% non-alcohol, though. Jesus was a 1.0 at one point. So, I mean, if we're in comparison to, I mean, I'm not sure.
I also took a stab at that. I'm not sure if 0.40 does mean that's 40% of your blood is alcohol.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, your boy's on fire.
Yeah, BAC, man. Blood alcohol content. Yeah, look at you. Is that right?
No.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I know that's not the way it works.
You don't just move the
but
decimal?
that's a very, very, very high percentage.
You don't just move the decimal to make it a percentage?
I think what you said was right, Diggs. I don't think he's right.
We had a friend who had a 0.34 BAC one time. Broke his jaw. Fell off a curb.
I was told that he got beat up though.
Yeah, we were told that for like 2 years. Then the real story came out.
Tripped with his hands in his pockets.
Who told you? Who told him?
Who told what?
That happened.
No, he told us.
He remembered
He was too embarrassed.
Yeah.
So he said he got jumped and like cops got involved, right?
Yeah.
They were searching for the person that almost killed this guy. It was just him falling. Good for him. We hope Alden Smith gets better, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He needs to stop going out, you know? Maybe
Yep.
just relax a little bit. Maybe just start cooking at home, maybe.
Oh,
You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
Take
yeah,
a glass
yeah.
of wine at home.
Yeah. No wine. Maybe just water. Alden Smith should just
Yeah,
stay
let's
with water.
stick with water at the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I'm going to be honest. This guy needs to figure out what's going on with Blue Apron because it's a leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S. And while many people know what we do, many don't know about what types of meals you can eat and cook with Blue Apron, Pat.
Wow, I can't believe people don't know because all of us in this office have got a chance to utilize Blue Apron, and we didn't know either until it got here how incredible it is. Ain't that right, Sean?
Well, it's extremely incredible. Most people are just having burgers for dinner. I mean, now we're going to be making short rib burgers with a hoppy cheddar sauce on a pretzel bun.
Oh, tell me more.
I mean, we're talking about at home preparing seared steaks and thyme pan sauce with mashed potatoes, green beans, and crispy shallots all under 45 minutes and without a trip to the grocery store.
What?
Less errands.
Crispy shallots?
Crispy shallots.
Shallots.
Pat. Yes, with a T, Pat.
Yes, we shall.
Yeah, shallots take over 45 minutes. But with Blue Apron, we're getting crispy shallots.
In less than 45 minutes.
And no trip to the grocery store?
Nope, no trip to the grocery store. You know what? And that's not all, Diggs. You think that's all. I mean, wow. Can we get more?
Yeah, is there?
Yeah, but Blue Apron's the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country, Diggs. Not to mention, their mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. I mean, if anybody knows that, that's me. I'm the $20 chef. I know.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients and building a community of home chefs. Blue Apron offers 3 meal plans, Pat. This is where I really want you to pay attention.
Okay.
Because I know you like to eat. You like to eat healthy.
Yep.
So maybe you and Sam just get involved in his 2-person meal plan, Pat.
Okay, what is it?
This serves you and Sam, 2 people. If you maybe your dad comes over one night, and then it's just you and your dad.
Okay, me and Tim.
You
Block
and Tim.
Dad.
Yeah, you and Block Dad. Okay? You guys are going to choose from 8 new recipes per week with your choice to receive either 2 or 3 recipes any week, Pat.
Wow, what a plan that is.
And let's say it's not just you and your dad or you and Sam. Let's say the whole fam's in.
All of them. Block Dad and everybody he's created.
Yeah. Meals that serve 4 people.
Wow.
We're talking family plan now, okay? You're going to choose from 4 new recipes per week with the choice to receive either 2, 3, or 4 recipes any week, Pat.
Wow.
It's a lot of recipes.
It's a lot of recipes, a lot of options there, a lot of great food delivered right to your house.
Yeah, and good news for you, Nick. 6 bottles of wine from renowned winemakers can be delivered monthly with the wine plan. If you want
it's
to
like
get
Andre the
involved.
Giant.
Exactly.
He loved his wine.
And this is where things get good. If you're listening right now, Blue Apron is offering you, the listener, $30 off your first delivery. When it comes to dinner, let Blue Apron take care of the planning and shopping while you do the cooking and eating.
Wow.
It's that easy.
Wow.
You're going to enjoy delicious meals like popcorn chicken with sweet chili cabbage slaw. I'm taking my shirt off.
Don't.
Cuban spiced wonton noodles with vegetables and peanuts.
Oh, I'm taking my pants off.
All at the table in 30 minutes or less.
How do we do this?
Guys, get out there and check out this week's menu and get $30 off blueapron.com/Pat.
Okay.
What was it?
blueapron.com/Pat. Head there, get $30 off. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
I love Blue Apron. We've all got a chance to use Blue Apron. We're very thankful. #Endgang, #Endgame. Send us a photo of anything awesome that is happening in the world right now, whether it's Zuckerman or anything else. You just got to do your thing. At Tactical Digs, any final thoughts from today?
Final thoughts from today. I just want everyone to be woke to the Sister Jean curse. Cubs may not even make the playoffs this year.
She's just a sweet old lady.
I
didn't
feel bad doing it to her during the tournament, but I saw her yesterday all bundled up and like just her face showing, and she looks so nice and sweet. But
her name's Sister Jean. Yeah, she's very nice.
I gotta stick to my guns.
At Nick Morado, any final thoughts?
Yeah, here's something I need you to focus on, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna dial it in.
Mind-blowing comfort. You ever get up from a long drive or a painfully long meeting and wonder how everything in your pants got all twisted around down there?
All the time.
It's like you're speaking from my brain, actually.
It's not really comfortable, is it? It happened to me, but I'm struggling over here with the pinching and the bunching and the sagging. But I made the switch, guys. I fixed it.
What'd you do to fix it?
Tommy John.
Oh!
Tommy John is a 21st century clothing company that's redefined comfort for guys everywhere with this revolutionary fit and functionality. Each pair of the Tommy John's award-winning underwear is crafted from ultra lightweight fabric for maximum breathability.
Wow.
The legs never ride up. Waistband never rolls down.
Never.
And of course, it's impossible to get a wedgie.
Oh.
That's because Tommy John only uses luxuriously soft fabrics that move with you, not against you.
Oh, you're a team with your pants.
Tommy John nestles your goods softly, yet securely, with their innovative contour pouch, and their horizontal quick draw fly will blow your mind.
It does blow my mind when I walk in there and just flop her out.
Oh, I go in there like a quick draw, real quick draw.
What if you don't like them? Are you worried about that? Don't be. They come with the best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free guarantee. And ladies,
hello,
check this out.
Huh?
Tommy John even has all new women's line of underwear that's every bit as mind-blowing as the men's. Hurry to TommyJohn.com/America for 20% off your first order. That's TommyJohn.com/America for 20% off. TommyJohn.com/what?
America.
HQ Trivia people just got woke to HQ Trivia that one guy keeps winning every night. Scott Menk is his name. He wins every night. Does he work for the company or is he cheating?
He's definitely cheating. He's probably got a team of like 20 people in there who just like guess
Bunch of
each
nerds.
answer.
Oh.
Is that cheating though?
Yeah.
I think you're outsmarting the game.
It's a loophole.
I don't think it's cheating at all.
No, because we did it in the office.
Yeah, isn't that
You
weird?
can literally airplay it to the fucking projector screen, have it on a 100-foot screen with everybody standing in front of it.
At Sean Latham, final thoughts, buddy?
My final thoughts are that I'm just glad that I'm at a happy place in my life where I can enjoy a meal at home. You know?
Is that right?
Yeah, just kind of just and with the busy schedule here at the Heartland office, it's hard to get to the grocery store. And I'm just happy that Blue Apron is there for me.
Oh, you doubled down. I like that a lot. You do have a new place. Have you been enjoying your new place?
I fucking love it. It's so much better.
You're full an adult now.
Yeah, I just out of that fucking clubhouse. I was living in the fucking somebody piss in the elevator once a week.
It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Taking the trash out 2 miles down.
Down. You got a new place, man. You're living a good life.
Yeah, I'm feeling good right now.
And
Things are real good.
And you're Faux Jackson.
I'm Faux Jackson, playing 2 sports. I'm going to Long Beach this weekend.
Enjoy that.
I can't wait.
Enjoy that IndyCar race.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Plus the homies there, LB Jerky Co.
Oh, so good. No free ads, but that's the best jerky on earth.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to get too big that their jerky might have to lose some goodness. So I think everybody should just enjoy it now.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to get in now on Long Beach jerky.
Yeah,
It's
before
so
they go,
good.
lbjerkyco.com, before they go fucking large, because it's really good meat right now.
It's incredible meat right now. And at some point they're going to get too big. They can't use it. This is not an ad. They did not pay. They don't have enough money to pay for this ad right now, to be honest. But they're a friend of ours, and the jerky is fucking incredible. It's so good. The buffalo wing beef jerky tastes like buffalo wings without any of the carbs or fried anything. It's just like all protein. It's so nice. It's amazing. It is. Fuck them.
So nice.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Fuck them for being so good, not having enough money to get a real ad.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's only a matter of time before they're just like rolling in cash, like that goddamn duck in the thing. The gif with that duck just rolling into money. That's what LB Jerky's going to be like. We're going to say, we knew him when he was rolling off my back porch and one of them inflatable things almost broke his neck. At Ty Schmidt, final thoughts?
The NHL playoffs start today.
Last night,
excuse me. Night up, you know. There are a lot of Penguins fans around here. If anyone from the Vegas Knights is listening to this, if you want to send a hockey sweater my way, I will wear it all playoffs. So think about that.
They're on an upset alert.
there ain't nobody listening from that team on this show.
You never know.
I know. I know. At Evan Foxy, final thoughts?
I'm just thinking about beating you in our shooting game right after this podcast.
Wow. Have you in a while?
It's been very close. We've both been doing very well.
Go on.
I need this win, though.
Why do you need a win right now so bad?
It's so bad. I'll go out there and shoot by myself, and it's like make. But you throw Pat in the mix. Throw Pat in the mix.
That's a mental pressure.
I
You
know.
just can't handle it.
I
That's
know.
what it is.
I've been making too. We play this game called 5, where if I make it and Evan makes it, there's 2 points on the board. If I miss it, then I get those 2 points. You don't want points. You get to 5, you lose. We were up to 11 the other day, back and forth. Bang, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, 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 boom. And then Foxy missed. And I won.
It's hard knock life.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's just one miss and it's over. And all of a sudden I'm victorious. And next Evan Foxy's just back to Loserville.
I feel so good about the jumper right now, too.
Yeah, it's a good day. We're shooting well. Basketballs are being shot well in this building. It's a good time to be alive. My final thought is I'm very thankful for Frank Caliendo coming in, demonstrating his skills. He was also playing ping pong against Diggs in a pretty rapid fashion. He's a cheater, though.
Yeah, he cheats for sure.
He has a cheating paddle.
His there's stickum on it, so he gets a lot of topspin. It fucking fires off that.
Fire off that pigskin boy. I like him. Frank, thank you for Frank Caliendo. Thank you to Cordero Patterson. Thank you to you guys. #Endgang, #Endgame. Send us something awesome. As always, on Thursdays, we do a wrestling recap to talk about the week that was in WWE. I think you'll enjoy it this week, recapping WrestleMania again, talking about the new storylines that are starting. Saudi Arabia with Rip Rogers and Robbie Fox. You're going to like that. From all of us to all of you, we love you. We thank you. You have been listening to the Pat McAfee Show here. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard, she shit her pants. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat McAfee!
Every Thursday we do this. This just so happens to be the week after WrestleMania. Happy New Year to the WWE fans. Happy New Year to everybody. WrestleMania was a wild weekend, from the Hall of Fame to the NXT TakeOver pre-show to the NXT TakeOver to WrestleMania, which was 6 hours long. There was a lot of magic. We were there for all of it. We enjoyed the hell out of it. As always, joining us from New York, a kid who's 19 years old. He's a avid wrestling fan. I almost watched him come watching Daniel Bryan wrestle. Ladies and gentlemen, at Barstool Robbie.
Robbie Barstool.
Oh, yeah. You get it, Robbie Fox.
Yep.
At Nick Morado, at the Jeff Vibert, at Ty Schmidt, and at Hustler2754. Old Ripper, how you feeling, buddy?
Shit, I'm jealous as a motherfucker because you guys had the goddamn time of your life. I'm busy teaching wrestling and doing what? Working at the goddamn K, right? Fucking lovely, mate.
Yeah, we had a great weekend.
Oh, man, I was a jealous motherfucker. You guys had the weekend of your fucking life. I wish I was fucking there, and I said, wow, at least they're doing it. What the hell, right?
I mean, you can live vicariously.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people live vicariously
That's
through
right.
our IG story, which was beautiful. The red carpet event right before the Hall of Fame was a hysterical situation, Robbie.
That was an unbelievable. That was perfect Barstool. Like we show up, we see signs on the ground for Sony, Universal, ESPN, the country of India, and then there was just one that just said
Pat McAfee.
we had the United Nations and Pat McAfee.
We had 11 inches. We had 11 inches to squeeze in. Just you and me squeezing in there with our. You were wearing a prom tux, and I was wearing a full suit. That was outrageous. We got a couple of pretty good interviews, but the video that you posted, I think it did it a lot of justice. So we were just having a good time there, commentating about everything that was happening.
Yeah, we just eventually got to the point where we didn't know if we were getting interviews, if we weren't. So we just started talking about what was going on around us and throwing mics into the back of the heads of people around us and clowning on them. It was a fun time. That whole day was fun. We saw Goldberg. Edge came over. He complimented me on my so-called prom suit that I like to think of a Harrison Ford suit. It was a great day.
It was a
great weekend. The whole weekend was fantastic. Probably one of the best weekends of my life, I would say.
Edge was wrong.
Edge was right. I looked great.
No, Edge was wrong. You did look good, but you didn't think it was a bit much, maybe? You looked around that room, you think maybe this is a bit much?
I definitely thought it was a bit much, but dress for the job you want, not for the job you have.
Okay, Robbie!
In Temple of Doom.
That was a blast. That was an absolute blast in there. What was your favorite part of the weekend, Robbie?
Come on, Pat. It's seeing my boy Daniel Bryan return, of course. It was seeing Daniel Bryan return, and it was being down there with you guys. It was a blast. There's a lot of camaraderie going on. Bourbon Street on Saturday night was electric. We overused that word, but that night deserves the use of that word. Bourbon Street was, it had the greatest bar of all time.
Until they decided to quit. Until they decided to stop.
To quit. They stopped playing entrance themes. Then we went to another bar, which was playing entrance themes, and that also was the greatest bar of all time. It took the mantle.
It was an incredible nerd fest down there. That was so much fun, so much positivity. Vibert, you're very new to the wrestling world. Did you love WrestleMania weekend?
I loved everything about it. It was just everyone coming together and being this one unit that was just there to have a good time.
I said this on the TakeOver pre-show. I've kicked off a Super Bowl. We were at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. I don't think I've seen a city get taken over like what WWE does for WrestleMania. It's about the fans. You're talking about two arenas, one stadium, one arena selling out, events all over the place. Everybody's positive. It's just it's such a different vibe, Nick. It was such a different vibe.
I agree. We were talking about that too. Like, even when you get football fans in an area like that, there's bound to be a couple fights. People just get a little rowdy out of hand, especially drinking in the streets like that. It was all love out in those streets. Everyone was joined together in like a big circle of people. You thought it was a fight in the middle. No, it was a wrestling match with a ref.
2 a.m. At 2 a.m. on Bourbon Street, there was a wrestling match with a ref who accidentally wore the ref shirt out. No, he didn't. He did that on purpose.
For sure.
Dressing up like Drake. Not a bad move, by the way. Drake's the man. But they had a full wrestling match that was happening. Cops thought they were coming in to save the day. The cops didn't know the gimmick. The cop was not. He wasn't in on the rib.
They thought it was a shoot.
Yeah, the cops thought it was a real fight. He was standing in the middle. So what happens to the cop as soon as he gets in there? Delete. delete. The entire crowd just starts chanting at this cop. This cop had no clue what was going on, Rip. It was magical.
The cop might still be standing in that one spot on Bourbon Street, flabbergasted as to what hit him.
He had no clue what he was signing up for there when he went out that night. No idea.
How about our friend Jeffrey Vibert both hitting 1,000 suckets in the streets of New Orleans, and then as soon as No Chance, Vince McMahon's theme comes on at the bar, he struts in that bar with the billionaire strut and bumps into every single person he could have. Everyone gave him the look of like, whoa, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
he did not give a fuck. It was unbelievable.
Vibs was just letting them know they got no chance.
Yeah, Vibs McMahon has no friends. He just has enemies.
That might have been the highlight of my weekend, seeing Vibs come into that bar and piss off everyone there.
Vibs McMahon, man. It's Vibs McMahon. AG, all gimmick.
AG all day.
It was an awesome weekend. The humans, the fans really make that thing so incredible. Now, obviously, the show is, the Hall of Fame was, 14 hours long?
It had to be, yeah.
Michael Cole told me, as soon as I get done with the red carpet interviews, I'm allowed to leave. He said, you're definitely allowed to leave. Do not feel obligated to stay, sneak out with the press or whatever. And I was kind of talking to a couple of the people from WWE, and I was like, Michael Cole told me I can leave. And they all looked at me and they're like, leave. If you're allowed to leave, leave. If you're allowed to get out of there, get out of there. I was like, you got it. Okay, sounds good. And then I didn't know why. And we stayed for the Dudley Boys.
Yep.
And then we headed out, and I guess we only saw the first, maybe 5% of that show. I guess that thing went on for 6 hours. That thing was 6 hours.
As we were going into the Superdome for WrestleMania, we were hearing oh yeah, Hall of Fame just wrapped up.
Yeah, I was like, the pre-show was starting to kick off, and they're like, the Hall of Fame almost didn't end, so we had to basically cut it off. I heard it was a long one.
Yeah, and the pictures from the end of the night, everyone was gone. I felt bad for Goldberg. He was looking out into the crowd, and who's next? Well, I guess it's the one guy that stayed.
Sam Roberts.
Yeah, it was. There was that picture of Sam Roberts sitting by himself. Lonely Sam.
Sam's such a good guy, by the way. He was so nice to me.
Awesome dude.
A lot of those Hall of Famers, I bet, Rip, you have to have old road stories with a lot of them Hall of Famers, huh? Hall of Fame is probably a nice trip down nostalgia lane for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's guys I worked in the ring with, guys that I trained, guys that I've known for a long, long time and could tell a lot of stories on, but we're not going to because that's just the way it is.
Hillbilly Jim?
Hillbilly Jim, we talked about that earlier, was from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Started with Big Dale Mann in Kentucky, worked in Memphis, and then he got that big run in for WWE as Hillbilly Jim, and he was and he had a hell of a run there, and he worked for them for years and years and years.
So it's a reset. After WrestleMania weekend, we'll talk about it. We'll chat about WrestleMania. A lot of things happened WrestleMania weekend. Braun Strowman picked a kid out of the crowd for his tag team partner. That was a little bit of a mind blower for a lot of people, myself included. There was a McAfee chant starting for me to technically possibly be his tag team partner, which almost came a pretty real moment there because I was pretty intoxicated. And I was like, what if this does happen? All of a sudden, a kid gets chosen. The Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles match. I mean, it didn't. There's no way it could have lived up to the standard that everybody had it at, but it did not. I thought it was, and it was in a bad time slot too. It was 3.5, 4 hours in, Robbie.
Yeah, the crowd was exhausted. It was, I don't want to say it was set up to fail because it wasn't. They gave Shinsuke that elaborate entrance. AJ had a bunch of pyro during his entrance. They treated it like a big deal, but somewhere it just didn't work. The style match they worked, the story they were trying to tell, the crowd never connected.
Yeah, I think the problem is that AJ Styles sucks.
Ty Schmidt hates AJ Styles more than anything.
Oh, he was trying to fight people after WrestleMania, trying to fight kids in their AJ Styles gloves, being like, my hero, he won tonight, but man, he really got beat up. I hope he's okay. And Ty's like, I hope he dies.
While fully dressed as John Cena.
Yeah. Fully dressed as John Cena. You got on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The back of Ty Schmidt was on WrestleMania, standing up on his chair, holding his never give up towel at John Cena as he sprinted by down the ramp into the ring. That Undertaker-Cena match was wild. Rip, I'd like to get your comments on this, your thoughts on this. John Cena just rolled over. He got buried by Undertaker, came back. right? This is a big build-up. Cena's been building it up. Called him a coward at one point, did the whole thing, do something, was sitting there as a fan. He gets a heads up from a ref that, hey, Undertaker's in the building. He sprints back. They come out. Elias gets a big Undertaker pop. Out of nowhere, Elias gets buried. And then Taker comes out. Old school Undertaker, too, by the way. Not American Badass Undertaker. That was a little bit of I'm happy I was there for that. I got a chance to see Taker do that entrance at a WrestleMania, which is really cool. I don't know how much longer that's going to happen, but not what any of us expected. I mean, we all expected the American Badass.
Oh yeah, you thought Kid Rock, he's there. Kid Rock wasn't even in the building, as far as I could tell. But you thought he would be there. You thought he'd play him out.
When they put them all on stage, he was the only one absent. Undertaker was selling shirts that said, "I stand for the flag."
I wonder if, because we all caught on, if they made an adjustment. I wonder if that did happen.
Of course they did.
You think so?
Of course they did. They're not stupid. Marks aren't going to call what's going on in the matches. They want to leave you people. I never would have thought of that. It's like a movie, right? If you know what's going to happen, you don't want to go to the movie. You want to be up, down, up, down. This is the end. No, it's not. Oh my God! Look at this. I can't believe this. I never would have thought that. I can't wait till next time.
So the Undertaker comes out as Dead Man. And he comes out, great entrance. Those flames are hot.
Very hot.
Oh my God, it was so hot. I started sweating as soon as it hit, Ripper. As soon as it hit, I started sweating.
And you was in that suit.
And
the arms were covered and the delts were popping out anyway.
It's bull. It is.
Oh, man.
Should have ripped that.
Now, when you thought you almost got chosen for that tag team match, now was the adrenaline going? Was the asshole puckering? Or was you ready to fucking rock?
Well, I chugged a beer right before it happened.
Oh, great.
And it was like beer 6 or 7 at this point. I mean, I was pretty well off there. That was after.
And it was the match after you bought beer for the entire section. You bought the Superdome out of their beer.
Yeah, I tried to buy every beer they had. And then we also were out till 5 a.m. that morning. So, I mean, those beers are magic beers. So you just have a couple, you're right back into where you were the night before. I was excited. Whenever there was a McAfee chant that started, I was like, wait a minute, there's a chance that this could potentially happen, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, they definitely have somebody already set up, ready to go for this. But then he started walking through the crowd. He started walking towards us. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in a suit. I could just stand there on the side of there, and it'll work out perfectly. Braun doesn't need a partner. Here we go. And instead, Nicholas gets the call up. Big rib old Nicholas gets the call up, and I was excited. I was very much excited. My boots, I had these Beatle boots on. The Beatles wore these style of boots. They would have looked good in that ring. And to give me a little size gimmick. Little size gimmick, Rip.
Oh, yeah, I needed the size gimmick downstairs myself.
Hi-yo! But Undertaker buries John Cena. Comes out, hits all the highlights. Nick loved it.
It's what should have happened. I feel like, maybe Cena, you could argue, could have got a few more moves in, but at the same time, you don't want to drag that match on. You don't want Taker out there for 10, 20 minutes. Just have him come out, get the pop for the entrance, play all the hits, get it over with, and give him the send-off.
But it's not a send-off. It's a carryover.
It's not a send-off, because The Undertaker already has another match booked for a pay-per-view later this month.
Saudi Arabia.
No, and I agree, but it's not like he's going to be popping up on Raw every week until then. So
yeah, no, he won't. He's got a casket match with Rusev. Seems very strange. I mean, at this point, their retirement last year means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, at least 2 more matches out, and they're definitely going to do another WrestleMania match next year where they can retire American Badass. I assume that's still there, right? That's still an opportunity. Why do you think? A lot of people are saying they did that 5-minute match so that Undertaker would get his mojo back, get his feel good again, like be able to look back on it in a positive light, that type of thing. Is that what you think?
Hey, it made the Undertaker again. People was on his ass, right? Here's this legend, and here's John Cena. He's a legend. And when a legend gets squashed like that, what Cena's doing is a perfectly company man putting Undertaker over. That's a plus for both of them. And now when you get squashed that bad, all of a sudden the people that we hate Cena, all of a sudden, oh, man, I'm for him now. He's an underdog.
Did Cena show up on Monday Night Raw?
Nope.
Did he show up on SmackDown?
Nope.
So he literally got buried. He's gone forever? Is he gone forever?
No.
Just
taking a little hiatus. Probably got a week off after that. Hey, you put Undertaker over.
He's got to promote blockers.
Go take a break.
Ferdinand 2.
Ferdinand 2 should be coming out soon.
Yep.
That was a great movie. I met him and I told him he was great in Ferdinand. And he said, thank you. And I was like, I wonder how many people tell John Cena that. Nobody. I bet nobody goes. The first thing they say to John Cena is, man, you were incredible in Ferdinand. Do you think anybody's ever said that to him? He definitely remembers me. I think he has to remember that. He has to.
The good thing is you're about the same height.
Taller, I think.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but
No, well, it was. I had the lift
You had,
gimmicks.
you had the Beetle boots on.
I did. I had the boots with that little heels on them, so I stood a little bit taller. I think I might have, but he was a gentleman. He was there at the NXT Takeover when I was at Gorilla Position. It was funny watching everybody come in to like congratulate Hunter, basically. So they came in, showed their respects. Basically, that 6-man ladder match was the topic of conversation across the entire WWE. It was awesome. Everybody was coming in there to say what's up, though. And when Cena walked in, it was insane. It was like, holy hell, here's Cena here. And then Michael Cole was like, NXT has become something that people really appreciate and enjoy, he basically told me. So people were coming in to say thank you and congratulate Hunter. And Vince McMahon walked in during the last match, stood right behind me there. It was a wild scene. It was a wild situation, Old Ripper. Wild situation.
Hey, I envy you guys. I wish I was there. You guys had the time. You guys had the time of your lives. And everybody in the company did business. Cena's over more now. Undertaker's over more now. The fans now, they're still excited because, holy shit, all this stuff happened and we didn't think that would happen. Well, that's why you goddamn watch and that's why you go.
Charlotte.
To have a good time.
Charlotte and Asuka, I started watching.
the house down.
I watched some of those highlights back because I didn't get a chance to see it. I went to in the match before that, I went to the bathroom and then I got trapped backstage, so I didn't get to see much. That match was incredible, huh?
It was great. It really was. They put on a show. That spot they did off the top rope with that
backflip.
Yeah, the backflip. I don't even know what you call it.
Spanish fly, they call it.
Yeah, there you go. It was amazing.
The gif of it is insane. It's like, holy shit.
That Charlotte doing a moonsault and being caught midair in a triangle choke by Asuka was like outrageous. Then they went into a submission back and forth, like battle for supremacy. That was incredible. Still is, it's either that or Ronda Rousey, her in-ring debut was another one where either one of those matches could have been match of the night. Triple
H, Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon, and Ronda Rousey put together a beautiful display of entertainment. Beautiful.
Yes, and that was like the perfect. It's almost a perfect example of what we love about wrestling. Not in the sense that it wasn't a technical masterpiece. It wasn't this going hold for hold and kind of. It wasn't what they thought Shinsuke and AJ would be. It was just entertaining. It was a lot of. Maybe people would call it overbooked, gimmicky things where it's back and forth a little bit, and then there's some kind of smoke and mirrors on the side. It was just entertaining. It had the crowd there for every moment of it, and everything Ronda did got this reaction like I've never seen before. Now, it wasn't that it was bigger than I've ever seen before or louder. It was just different. She had an aura about her.
I would agree. It's like you were invested. The crowd was invested. Like when Triple H moved the ref out of the way and went one-on-one with Ronda, that was all, everyone was hooked. No one could take their eyes off that. They wanted to see how that was going to go down.
Yeah, Triple H initiating the contact with Ronda, by the way, was a very aggressive decision, and it turned out being a great one because it led into that thing later. Rip, have you seen that match? It's one that you would love. There wasn't a lot of, there was good storytelling, there was emotion in there, there was a whole thing. I think it was still the show. I think that was the biggest.
And you said when you said initiate contact, it was the right way to do it too, because he just pulled her out of the ring while she was trying to cover Stephanie. So it wasn't like he walked up and punched her in the head. It was, hey, I'm gonna be a distraction here, grab her foot, pull her out of the ring.
Yeah. Have you seen the match yet, Rip?
No, I've seen some small clips of it or whatever. But you got to remember, this is the great buffet of wrestling. So this one is a certain style. Every match was completely different to get every kind of fan, so you're not having chicken. We got chicken. The second match is fish. Then we got salami. Then we got bologna. Then we got turkey. Then we got roast beef. Then we got fucking filet mignon. This son of a bitch is a great goddamn show.
And we got the Snabbits.
It's a hell of a buffet.
Uh-huh. It's a lot of buffet. Mm-hmm. That's a big old buffet, which was a 6-hour buffet. That you would enjoy, I think, the Ronda Rousey debut in ring. I think you would have enjoyed it a lot. I do believe that.
Well, my problem is I got to be a fan again. Because I was the world's biggest fan. Then I'm like, and I was telling these guys on the way to the restaurant today about Chuck Pagano. Can he watch this NFL game and enjoy it? No, he said, oh, that was a bad snap. They should have been in cover 2 then. Oh, he should have caught that audible right there. Oh, look at him slip. Oh, God, he suckered him over there. What a bad hold. What a bad snap. Yep. He can't enjoy the game. He's too busy coaching. I'm too busy coaching and looking at the technical aspects of the psychology of it or whatever, watch me going, holy shit, look at that motherfucking move. Wow.
Well, sometimes you got to smell the roses. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Sometimes you got to smell the
And
roses.
usually I'm just a grumpy old man because that's what I am.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, emphasis on
grumpy, old, and a man.
Yeah, all three of them. All three of them.
Mhm.
I agree with that. What happened on Raw and SmackDown?
So Raw opened up with Stephanie.
Hold on. So just so people know that, because there's a lot of people just getting into wrestling because of this situation. I get a lot of tweets from people that are like, I'm just getting into wrestling because of the wrestling recap. So we're thankful that you're doing that, because I think they're putting me into a lot of stuff. I think there's a chance that you're going to start seeing me do a little bit more stuff with WWE. Hopefully. We'll see how that goes. June 16th, I'm doing the pre-show before Money in the Bank that has the NXT TakeOver the day before Money in the Bank. I'm doing a pre-show panel again.
Amazing. That'll be fantastic. It's in Chicago, I believe. So that crowd will be, so lively. You might even get a McAfee chant there as soon as you take to the panel.
That would be nice. We got one in New Orleans. There was one in New Orleans. There was like 5 guys up in the top. There was a McAfee 317 that walked down to the right for the pre-show. I mean, it was very nice. I appreciate and love all the love that I get. I'm so thankful.
A lot of people coming to you up onto you on Bourbon Street too.
Yeah,
a lot of people saying,
people.
"What's up? Hey, we love you on the show."
Over.
A lot of people. It was really cool. I'm very lucky and thankful for that. But WrestleMania is the Super Bowl. So that is the culmination of last year's storylines, last year's everything. Then now kind of this week re-kicks everything off. A lot of new faces come in, new storylines are started, things like that. And that's what this week was with Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I didn't get a chance to see SmackDown because I was traveling, so I cannot wait to get updated by Nick here. Let's start with Raw. What all happened in Raw, Nick?
Okay, so to Raw, to counterpoint what you just said, it looks like they're going to continue the Stephanie Ronda thing a little bit longer because they come out, Stephanie comes out, talks to the crowd, says, basically, you're welcome. You can thank me for putting Ronda over and all this stuff happening. And then Ronda comes out. They do a fake little hug makeup section, and then Ronda basically tries to snap her arm again.
They didn't have Ronda talk, which is a smart move, I think.
Yep. Very smart, especially coming off last night. The fans all love her after last night, after we realized that she's, a great wrestler in the ring. Lerp picked this stuff up super quick. It is weird that they might continue with Stephanie and Ronda. I feel like we've seen enough out of those two where you can move on and move Ronda into actual wrestlers now.
What else happened?
Ember Moon, who we got a chance to interview and talk to on Sirius, debuted. She came out to be Nia Jax's tag team partner to take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Did she hit the Eclipse?
Yep.
She did. The Corkscrew Stunner made a debut on Monday Night Raw?
Yep.
That's one of my favorite moves I've ever seen in my entire life. That Corkscrew.
Yeah. It's incredible. I'm happy for a much deserved call up from NXT.
Well, I mean, she was up at 3 a.m. to do her makeup and stuff Friday on media day for us, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I'm thankful she did that. Good for her.
Yeah.
Nia Jax, by the way, won the championship at Rumble with Alexa Bliss, which was a hard-hitting match. Alexa Bliss got her ass kicked in there by Nia off the top rope, I think, at one point. It was a good match.
Samoan drop off the top rope with Nia Jax's shoulders coming down on you, 5 feet tall. That had to hurt.
That was an incredible match as well. The ladies really killed it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is very attractive, but she's also an incredible wrestler. I just took her as someone who's very attractive and just in there for the gimmick.
Bibbs,
that makes sense.
Did you
know what I mean?
shoot your shot right there, Bibbs?
He did.
Yeah, I know Nick has a crush on her, so I'm trying to get in there before he does.
Oh, the boy's shooting
Plenty
shots.
to go around, Bibbs.
Oh, boy's shooting shots over there. Okay, I like that, Ripper.
Wow.
What else happened?
Braun Strowman and his new partner Nicholas ended up relinquishing the tag titles because, of course, Nicholas has school. So, scheduling conflict. But
I mean, you drop out, right? You definitely drop out of school.
you would think.
If you're the tag team champ.
You have to drop out. If you're the Raw Tag Team Champion and Braun Strowman's your partner, so you don't got to do any of the work, you got to drop out of school.
Gotta drop. School's stupid. You're going to learn a lot more in that ring.
From Barstool, I dropped out of school.
Yeah, as you should. Like everybody who says I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should leave early to the NFL or come back to school, go to the NFL. That school will be there forever. Go get that money. Nicholas, now, he doesn't even have to waste his time with all the bullshit classes that we all hate. All those classes that teach you how to read and write. You can do that at Raw. You can learn how to read. That's unbelievable. He should have dropped out. I don't know what we're doing. That 10-year-old should be out of school.
But positive thing, now that the titles are vacated, there's a tournament going on among the tag teams to go ahead and try and capture those, which I believe culminates at the Saudi pay-per-view.
I think so, yeah. Either that or Backlash.
And then we have the debut of No Way Jose.
This is Adam Rose. This is the Adam Rose, right? This is the same.
It's very similar to the Adam Rose gimmick, which worries me because I think No Way Jose is good. I think he was good in NXT. He kind of had his run. It came and went, and now he's on the main roster. We saw Adam Rose's, dance party gimmick kind of flubbed on the main roster. It was good in NXT, that cult following, and then as soon as he took it from Full Sail to a big crowd, it didn't connect like it used to. So it does worry me a little bit that this won't work out.
He had a bunny ears guy and everything. It seemed like the same exact. It really seemed like the same thing.
Yeah.
But he did bury a guy quickly, so it's like maybe they're trying to put him over. Who knows what's going to happen here?
Any gimmick will get over if it's shoved down the people's throat. If it's half-assed, it's going to be half-assed reaction. But if you shove this sumbitch down people's throats for 6 months, it's going to be money.
You think because kids will get involved with it, kids that haven't seen Adam Rose?
Hey, they just because if we're catering to kids, hell, there's new kids every week, right?
Well, every 9 months.
And and then we got new fans and everything. So what the hell, right?
Yep, I'm on your side here. I just don't think it's going to work in my eyes. Who knows?
Speaking of getting buried, Elias came out, did a segment, did a song, and then Bobby Lashley interrupted him, made his return, came out, held him up for a suplex, which seemed like one of your buddies' moves, the old 60-second suplex there, held him up, all the blood rushed into his head, and then just slammed him.
Wow, Bobby's a hell of a stud, I'll tell you that.
He is.
He was down at OVW years ago, and Elias, he got his payday, and he did his job correctly, and he got Lashley over big time because Elias was really getting over. So if you want to come in and make a splash, you beat somebody that's getting over. It's already
Elias has
over.
been getting buried. He's been getting buried. He back-to-back nights.
He had the crowd chanting, "We are scumbags."
Yes, he
him.
did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he used
He
scumbags, he said. He had the whole thing. He is over. Very much over. Bobby
He's
Lashley, very much welcomed back, I assume. Did the crowd...
He did get a tremendous reaction from the crowd. They were all in on it.
I was a huge fan of Bobby Lashley when he was in the WWE. It's been over 10 years since he has been. I thought he was awesome. He got this tremendous push. They put him against Cena. It seemed like the biggest, match possible at the moment. He had a few injuries. He's never been great on the mic, so they released him. He went into MMA for a little bit, was decently successful there. And in the past few years in TNA, he's had this unbelievable career resurgence where his in-ring has improved, his promos has improved, his psychology has improved. And I think this was a very, very smart pickup by the WWE. I'm excited to see him back.
What else happened, Nick?
Another guy making his return, Jeff Hardy, came out and kind of inserted himself into the Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Miz rivalry there, and they ended up having a 6-man tag match with Hardy, Rollins, and Balor versus the Miz and Miztourage. And Hardy looked pretty good. He didn't do a whole lot, but he hit a couple swantons there at the end, and he looked good.
No spray tan on Jeff Hardy. He looked pale. Did you see that? No spray tan on him. Him and his brother had a good little moment backstage. Everybody enjoyed.
It was funny.
Yeah, I'm excited. Jeff Hardy's back as a solo, a singles wrestler. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I hope they keep it that way too. I think they could keep him and Matt separate, keep Matt broken, and kind of continue what they were doing with Jeff Hardy years ago as a solo competitor.
Yeah, I like him. You like Jeff
Also,
Oh yeah, I had a ladder match with him against him and his brother in Louisville Gardens years ago, and I took the big bump off the top of the ladder, whatever, blah blah blah.
How bad that hurt?
You don't even feel it. It hurts so. I mean, no, when your body's in bump shape, it's like being in shape for football, right?
Gotcha.
You're hit all the time, so you're just like numb to it. If you would take a week or two off, oh my God, I couldn't move. You know what I mean? But when you're out there, it's the adrenaline pumped. The adrenaline's going, and you don't really feel it till afterwards.
Yeah.
The next day, why can't I move besides I'm old?
Oh, yeah, I fell off a ladder last night.
The top.
Yeah.
I'm sure the boys in that NXT ladder match felt like they were in car crashes the next day.
How about Velveteen Dream's elbow drop off the top there where he jumped up, and then Ricochet had some
jump from orbit.
Yeah, it was insane. That stuff was absolutely insane.
Velveteen Dream was one of those guys we saw at that NXT Dark show, and he was all gimmick, and I hated him. He was awful.
He was AG, baby.
Yep. But then at that ladder match, he was incredible. Like, he was actually taking bumps, and he went off the top of the ladder, and he was incredible. I was a big fan of him. He's over in my book.
That 6-man ladder match was insane. It was insane. It stole the week. It won the weekend.
Had to, yeah.
Adam Cole.
Baby.
That whole place popped hard for him. That whole place lost their mind, blew the roof off the place.
And they were probably
he had that
waiting.
spot where he hit super kicks on everyone in the ring, and then hit the Adam Cole Bebe, and that crowd could not have been louder for him.
Good for him, man. He deserves it.
They were waiting for McAfee to come in, I'm thinking.
Imagine me just interrupt
you
North American champion.
You just going into business for yourself.
Just completely, absolutely.
My God, what's he doing out there? My God. Good grief.
That's funny. That is so funny. What else happened, Nick?
Last little bit of Raw, which actually leads us into SmackDown. Paige came out, announced that she was retiring due to some injuries, and she showed up on SmackDown to open the show and was announced as the new GM of SmackDown.
It's a crazy move here, Robbie. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so it sucks. I think it's been known for the past few weeks that Paige had to retire. She got an injury in December, and it was leaked that she will never wrestle again. She's only 25 years old. She's been wrestling since she was 13. It's the only thing she ever knew. You know, she was signed by the WWE at like 18, 19 years old. It's very unfortunate to see a neck injury force her into retirement. Her speech, I thought, was like a very emotional retirement speech. She said Daniel Bryan wrestling at WrestleMania gave her hope that maybe one day, you know, technology and medical advancements will come and she'll be able to get back in the ring, but she'll have to find something else to do. And now she is the SmackDown general manager. You got to keep her around. She's got a movie coming out, so you got to, you know, make sure that's promoted. Got to make sure people know there's a happy ending to all this. I thought about the move for a bit when Shane announced her, and I was like, do I like this? This is kind of weird. And then I realized, yeah, I do, because it's such a contrast to Shane. You have Shane, a 40-something-year-old son of the boss, and now our general manager of SmackDown is a 25-year-old girl who's like not been around super long, and it's just unique. It's different, and I like when they try different things. So I don't know if I necessarily love it yet, but I'm definitely going to wait and let it see how it plays out. In her first promo, by the way, she did a very good job at getting a good crowd reaction, because she said Daniel Bryan will be in action tonight, and his opponent will be, and the crowd started chanting Rusev Day. He was one of the most over the whole weekend. She waited it out and said one more time, and his opponent will be, and they caught on that it was someone else, chanted AJ Styles, and she got that huge pop there.
I enjoyed The Rock's promo in that trailer.
Yeah, I think that was her first promo. Technically, was that with The Rock?
that was vintage Rock.
That was
great.
It was awesome.
That was what do you want. What about what The Rock wants? That was incredible. It was so good. Took it back to the old days. I'm excited to see that movie. Happy to see Paige in there. GM is a good character to build up. You know, this character in charge, all that stuff. I'm excited. She's young. So I'm excited to see how they kind of treat that as a younger boss. It'll be interesting to watch. Shane's going to be disappointed in her in a lot of things. It's going to be like a learning curve. I'm excited to see how it works out.
And it's polar opposites, which is just a cool thing to have.
And Daniel Bryan back full-time in the ring.
And I love to see that.
Oh, yeah, you do. Jesus.
Few more quick notes from Raw. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn showed up on Raw asking for jobs.
TNA pop.
Yeah.
Big TNA pop.
How about Kurt Angle saying he heard TNA's hiring? That is awesome.
That was hysterical.
Just a shot. But now that I know a little bit more about WWE, by the way, there is no competition to the WWE.
Zero.
There is
nothing's even close.
There is nothing even close. Not even in the same ball. A lot of people might think they're doing it in this wrestling business, you know? Like, oh, we're doing good. We got this going on. And then if you just go ahead and put the WWE on the other side of that scale there's just a one lopsided situation there. Good for WWE, by the way. And the more and more I learn about it, by the way, the more and more I learn about it, the more and more I love the way they're operating. I enjoy the genius behind it all. And I hate CM Punk. I hate him now. I was a CM Punk guy before this last weekend. And once I saw and met everybody, I'm like, this guy screwed over everybody here.
And he just left for like creative differences. He just didn't enjoy it. What was
I think egos get involved in a lot of things. I think, but you're playing in one guy's sandbox the entire time. That's one guy's sandbox. That entire New Orleans was one guy's sandbox for the weekend, and that's what you got to do. Kiss the ring, especially when it's a genius wearing it. Jesus,
you got to remember you got New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a great way to get noticed for WWE.
Yep,
a great way for them, and they're going to sign every superstar there is in the world. and they're going to make stars. There's always going to be people pushing each other for jobs, just like people. How many guys were after your job when you was punting? I mean,
every year there for a while, they bring somebody.
That's right, and they finally just give up and say this motherfucker's over.
Well,
he's AG, all gimmick.
It was a lot of fun for me to see a guy get brought in, and then he has to stand next to me while I punt balls, and then he has to try to punt, and then just watch somebody get completely deflated, and then watch them go back to their Twitter and delete that they were Colts punter. That was a lot of fun. I saw that happen a lot. It was fun to do. Yeah, but I can understand that.
Well, you were over. What the fuck, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, just whenever
things come easily to you.
When
you pick up things easily.
When you got a rocket launcher attached to the hip, it's kind of hard to show up with a handgun and just think that something's going to happen. You know what I mean? That's the way it went in my life. But it's WWE has really been going now. So they both get counted out.
Correct. The winner was supposed to get a job. They faced off singles competition. They both get counted out, so that is still open-ended, still up in the air. Your boys from NXT, the Authors of Pain, made their debut.
The book writer. I called him obese. I meant immense. That's on me. I said it right there.
All weekend, and we actually put out our interview with Braun Strowman in video form on the site, and you have to watch this, if only for the intro, where Pat introduces him as obese. He said, standing next to me is an obese man, and my face is in the shot. And I'm flabbergasted at what you just said because I'm like, Braun could kill Pat. Like, why do you call him obese? This is weird.
I didn't mean. I meant immense.
You had obese and immense mixed up all weekend.
That's on me. That's 100% on me. And I got the only hate I got from like the super wrestling fans is that I was rude to the Authors of Pain when I called him obese, and I'm like, get off my dick. Like, unbelievable.
Meanwhile, you were trying to compliment them with a nice immense.
Yeah, that they were immense. It was the complete opposite.
They were mesomorphic is what you was trying to say.
Oh, yeah. So
mesomorphic, hey.
Before June 16th, by the way, I'm going to be digging deep into the synonyms. What is that called? A thesaurus. I'm going to be digging real deep. Wait until you hear some of the... I cannot wait to dig deep into that thesaurus before June 16th. But they're some big dudes, those guys. They're big dudes.
Huge.
And they made their debuts?
They made their debut, came out and squashed Rhino and Heath Slater, and then ditched their manager, Paul Ellerling. After the match, they kind of just told him to stay behind and walked off.
I wonder what that's about. Probably so he'll go back down to NXT to get another tag team, I assume?
Possibly. Or maybe pick someone on the main roster to challenge him.
Oh, I like that.
And then the culmination, Roman Reigns comes out, cuts a little promo.
What did he say? What did Roman Reigns say? I didn't see it.
Basically said he thinks there's a conspiracy going on. He's not, Lesnar is Vince's guy and this and that, and he was going to leave, and now he gets a new contract, and they got to wrestle again at Saudi Arabia. And then in the middle of the promo, Samoa Joe comes out and confronts him and says,
"Old softy Samoa Joe."
Old softy, our boy.
Huge pop. And he basically came out and said, Roman, you keep wrestling Brock and all these main events, and you keep getting smashed, and you keep making excuses. He said, pretty soon you're going to run out of excuses, and there's just going to be me left. So he wants a shot at Roman, and it looks like he's going to get it at Backlash after the Saudi event.
The Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar crowd was what we like to call disinterested at the WrestleMania. Disinterested. Not 1 ounce of a soul of a human in there cared about the match. There was a lot of booing. There was a lot of distractions. Roman Reigns was just getting his ass kicked in there, and nobody was even paying attention. I felt bad. I felt bad for Roman.
You have to feel bad. There's people chanting, "This is awesome." People chanting, "Bring back Nicholas." The beach balls all over the arena.
This is awful. You mean?
For. Yeah. This is awful.
Yeah, you said this is awesome. There wasn't a this.
No. They didn't say that. They said this is awful. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I felt so bad for Roman in there. He was getting his ass absolutely kicked, and nobody was even paying attention. Rip.
Well. And this is what, about 5.5 hours after they've been sitting there?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so, it's like Vince himself said, you can't keep somebody's ass there for 3 hours. And in this once a year thing, we got a 5.5 hour thing, right? So, and they know they got there early too, so they want to get the hell out, no matter what. And they've seen everything there is. They've seen all these great matches, competitive matches with different psychologies, different angles going on. And then no matter who was going on last, you know what I mean? They've been there that long. That
was my mindset when they were coming out during the entrances. I was like, man, how are they going to do this match? Because we've literally seen everything tonight.
Everything.
And they gave us something we hadn't seen.
Right.
About 6 F5s to Roman, and then the one through the table, and it just didn't do it for me. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it was tough to watch in there. But Roman came out with he had a big knot on his forehead. You couldn't really see it because of his tan. It was a pretty good little knot there. Then he got staples, I guess, across his forehead up there because of Brock dropping an elbow. All the conversation, there was a lot of rumors that Brock and Vince got into it after the WrestleMania match, and then he ends up signing a contract the next day, I believe. It was interesting. Just all the drama around it is so interesting to me.
Yeah, I think he might have signed the contract prior to the WrestleMania match. I think it was the previous Monday, and then the rumors were that Brock got backstage after the match into Gorilla, threw the title in Vince's direction, and then kind of they got in each other's face. They didn't like it. People are saying something about the match went off script. I don't know if that was true or not. But apparently the finish of this match was kept incredibly secret, and nobody knew. The ref didn't know until midway through the match. He was informed through his earpiece, like, hey, you're going to count the 3 on, say the 6th F5. Because it was a big shock. It did get a bit of a pop in the arena when Brock won, but it was more of a surprised pop than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone thought Roman was walking out of there with the belt.
Dana White thought it. Everybody thought it. You know what I mean?
That's just smart booking. Vince probably called that thing on the fly.
Okay.
That nobody knew. There was going to be no leaks at all. Everybody thought Brock was going to MMA, right?
Yep. Dana White said it on Fox.
Yes. Vince is a smart guy in this wrestling business. That's all there.
That was we watched the Andre the Giant documentary last night, and it was the same thing with WrestleMania 3. They had Hulk on, and Hogan talked about it a lot. He said he didn't know the finish until they even went out there. He said he had an idea, but he wasn't sure if Andre was going to put him over, and then Andre called it in the ring.
I don't know if this will make any sense. Is the wrestling better if it's scripted and you know it's going to happen, or does it take a hit if it's on the fly?
Well, I only grew up with on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that if you do stuff as a script, it's not the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, okay, I must do A, then B, then C, then D. Where I'm doing A, and A's working, so I'm staying with A again, and I'm staying with A again. I'm feeling this.
So the ref told Roman and Brock in the ring that Brock was going to win? Is that what happened? Or did Roman and Brock both know?
I think Roman and Brock both knew, and the referee was not informed. And then eventually, midway through the match, Vince probably came through and said, hey, Brock's going to hit a 6th F5. You're going to count the 3 on that one.
Got you. Wow. It was a crazy match. A lot of blood there. Roman comes out on Raw, though. Jim and Samoa Joe setting up for Backlash. What were you going to say, Rip?
And Roman, who a lot of people don't like him. They boo him a lot. So now all of a sudden, he's bleeding. He's an underdog. Now you're always pulling for that underdog. You're always pulling for the underdog in any sport.
Roman got his ass kicked. I felt so bad for him. It's just like every time he gets in there with Brock, he just gets his ass kicked. And it's just like, golly, I wish these people would give him just a little bit more respect. I wish these fans would give Roman just a little bit more respect. All right, what else happened in SmackDown? Let's wrap this up.
Speaking of getting her ass kicked, Charlotte Flair came out, was about to cut a promo, and she's interrupted by the Iconics, the 2 Australian chicks, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, called up from NXT, and they beat the ever-loving shit out of Charlotte Flair, powerbombed her on the outside. And then Carmella comes down, cashes in her Money in the Bank, pins Charlotte to, I was shocked, to win the Women's Championship on SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
this was huge.
Yeah, Carmella finally cashed in. And then after that incredible match, Charlotte loses. I assume in Saudi Arabia they're going to have a rematch there. Carmella, Charlotte?
Shit, you're picking
They
this up,
may,
ain't
but,
you?
with the way they set it up with Peyton and Billy, Charlotte might want to get vengeance on them first. They might be standing in her way. They were the reason why Carmella was able to take that ultimate opportunity and cash in. But I dug how they did this. I'm glad that it wasn't like, Asuka winning and then the streak ended with a cash in, or Carmella never got the cash in, or she lost on the cash in. I think it was well done, and I hadn't thought of this previously. So it didn't take anything away from that historic WrestleMania match. It added to this storyline. Now you got Charlotte set on a big chase back to the title, where she's got to get through Peyton, she's got to get through Billy, and then she could go to Carmella. I'm down with this.
Congrats to Carmella, by the way.
Do you think there's any possibility that with the shakeup, she goes to Raw and they set up something with her and Ronda, or is Ronda too green at this point?
I don't think it's that Ronda's too green. I think it's that they want to hold that off. I think Ronda and Charlotte is your WrestleMania match next year. So I think they would probably want to keep those two away from each other for a while. But the superstar shakeup is next week. We don't know.
What else happened, Nick?
Randy Orton wins the #1 contender match for the U.S. Championship. He's going to take on Jinder Mahal at Backlash.
So a lot of people are not happy that this
boy.
is happening again.
Oh boy, more of this, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
there it
boy.
is. There it is. It might have been from Robbie, actually, now that I'm thinking about it on the Twitter. A lot of people weren't happy about this. But I think Jinder Mahal is a great he's a great heel, especially United States champion, and Randy Orton's a great wrestler. So I don't more of the same thing. If it's good, it's good. Don't you think, Robbie, or are you sick of the repetitiveness?
I don't think it's ever been good. I think every single time these two have stepped into the ring with each other, they've delivered a very bad match that crowds were never fond of. So I'm not down with it. I wasn't trashing it last night because I'm just exhausted about it at this point. But yeah, this just seems so silly to me. It was crazy. I thought Jinder's reign as WWE champion was one of the worst reigns that he could have possibly had. It was horrible.
One into India, though. Rip is shaking his head. Look at Rip shaking
Hey, if
his
the
head.
goddamn Colts are playing the fucking Patriots, I don't give a fuck what the goddamn fans say.
Yeah.
This is a contest with hate, and people are on their fucking seats, and they want to see this son of a bitch.
They're not on their feet, though. Nobody wants to see it. Ratings were down by the time. When Jinder was champ, ratings were way down. Attendance was way down.
How about that, Rip? Do you hear what he just said right there? Little thing called facts. He said, don't let facts get in the way of a good story. is
Oh,
what
now wait a minute now. Who's the top belt? I mean, this wasn't for the top belt or anything.
No, it's not the top
No,
belt.
no.
When
What
this
I'm
was the
saying,
program
what I'm
for the
saying
top
is,
belt,
when you're
nobody was
talking fucking ratings, you're talking about who's on top, who's got the top goddamn fucking belt. You get the fucking praise or the fucking blame for it. So don't be taking somebody that's fucking at the 3/4 fucking mark and blaming them, because they don't want the same old shit. They got Jinder Mahal with all this fucking heat. They got Randy Orton, who can work old style fucking wrestling. And with everybody else doing on this other style, this is a great thing for dessert, or however you want to fucking call it, because it's complete. They're not supposed to draw. They're supposed to give you something else of their part of the fucking show for the company. We're not supposed
I'm not asking them to draw. I just think that this program was horrendous when it was for the main title, the world title. Nobody liked any of the matches that they were doing. They weren't getting over. The reactions were getting poor. There was no reaction from the crowd. So the fact that they're going back to this is insane to me.
The recycle, I think and also the fans, you got to remember the fans are at SmackDown and Raw after Mania are the diehards. So they've already seen this. They're like, listen, we've already tried this. They're like Robbie. They're like, listen, we've already seen this. You're not pulling this over on us. And Twitter didn't have a great reaction either. I'll be excited to see how it goes. I assume in Saudi Arabia it'll do well, though. I'm assuming that they want a good match for Jinder Mahal in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if it's nowhere near India. I have no idea. I don't know.
No, but Randy's...
it's close.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's in the
No.
area, right? Saudi, India. We
Yeah,
get it.
if we're over there, Randy can do the job.
Yeah,
Randy can do the job. You know.
Well, hey, Rip, will those fans in Saudi Arabia, will they know all the chants and will they be on board with it?
They just got TV like yesterday.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know anything.
Emoji Movie was the first movie they've ever seen.
They just got television like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if they're going to know any of the chants. They'll probably have to be holding up signs telling them what to chant and what's good and what isn't good.
So finally, let's wrap it up with everyone's favorite AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke actually cut, I thought it was a pretty good promo with Renee Young before this match. She asked him a couple questions, and he was real coy with it. He said, sorry, I don't speak English, and was playing with her a little bit. And then the dream match, everyone wanted AJ Styles. Daniel Bryan goes on in the ring, and Shinsuke comes out, interferes, beats the shit out of AJ, gives him a couple low blows, and he's really selling the heel gimmick now.
I like that. I like that.
You realized real quick that heel Shinsuke might have been the way to go initially.
I think so.
People thought he was a bit of a disappointment. He was underwhelming on the main roster. Now that he's a heel, that promo, like Nick said, was fantastic. And then he interrupts this, like you said, dream match. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's back in the ring on SmackDown for the first time in over 3 years. He comes out, he beat up both of them, and now this sets up something between Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura, and AJ Styles.
I can hear you coming over there, Robbie. I can hear you coming.
God, man, I was falling out of my chair when I realized what we were getting, man.
There's a behind the scenes thing about Shinsuke. It's pretty cool. I watched like the first 10 minutes watching Shinsuke's dream to make to WWE, kind of behind the scenes. And it was cool to watch him. And I can't wait to watch heel Shinsuke. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful thing. Cannot wait
Shinsuke giving everyone dick shots is also a gimmick that I could support.
I like a good dick shot for sure.
Dick shots for everyone.
I cannot wait to get back to this next week with you guys. Chit chat more about wrestling from at Barstool Robbie, at Nick Moraldo, at the Jeff Vibbert, at Ty Schmidt, and at Hustler2754, and myself. We appreciate you so much for listening. Happy New Year, WWE fans. It's a great time to get on board and make some magic happen. 1, 2, sweet. Cheers, everybody.